Wow. Good morning. It's been a couple of days or weeks since we've been on this motherfucking podcast. And that's okay. I think I'm gonna call this a podcast. Because baby, I do a lot of talking, but I definitely could motherfucking walk, bitch. Hello. Play with me if you want to. Anyway, so of course you guys, hello, whoever's in here live, whoever's gonna be in here to catch the recording, the playback, the feedback. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, honey, we're doing a lot of good team, elevating, doing what we have to do to be very productive and successful individuals. And so, either way, I send you guys nothing but love and light. Shout out to those of you who are always on the back end. Shout out to the support, the love, the contributors, the gifters. Shout out to those of you who still reach out and book motherfucking casework. Okay, out of sight, but definitely not out of motherfucking mind. Can we talk about it? Hello. Anyway, so today, you guys, I want to talk about something very interesting, and I don't want to hold you too long. Okay, I'm supposed to be having a visitor today, and they're postponed until Friday, so that's why I'm kind of really up right now. And baby, I think I'm about to take my ass back to bed because I got up at 6 o'clock. I went to bed around 11:30. And so I got up at 6 a.m. and girl, girl 7:30, okay, but 6 now. So I'm like, I may just, take my ass back into having that. Let's see what's up in there. Come on in here, Julie V. Yes, honey, long time no see on YouTube. I know that's right, honey, after YouTube, and Julie V. Hope you're well. Come on here, Trevor, Christine. How you doing? Yes, honey. So of course, one of my people hit me up on the back end. And it said, Mystic, we know you love neuroscience, right? We know you love the art of the brain, right? The study of the brain. And, I love it because, of course, neuroscience, right? The study of, the brain, the structure of the brain, it's amazing. And to even go deeper into this, right? Let me turn this off. To even go deeper into this, your brain is connected to a whole bunch of bodies, right? And we talked about this before. If you've taken any of my classes, you have 23 plus bodies, right? But we talk about 7 bodies. Okay, you can equate these bodies to the chakra system, but they are, but they're not, because even within these 7 bodies, you have other bodies or other systems within these bodies. So going into the neuroscience, or going into the study of the brain, or even going into the talk of the brain, the science of the brain is the powerhouse to all of these systems, all of these bodies, right? Both physically and spiritually. And so what is going on with Aunty Wendy? And like I said, I want to just go into this because there's so much to talk about, so many ideas I've been having about this, since she actually collapsed on her own show in 2017. I'm gonna say that Aunty Wendy's example of what she's going through should be a lesson for everybody. Just like Auntie started the whole gossip. Black people coming out saying what they want to say, speaking how they want to speak. The whole podcast, the whole YouTube. Everyone who's ever came out and turned on their computer and they've gossiped about reality or celebrity gossip, and they spoke their mind and said they think that Nikki is trash or whatever. Auntie Wendy paved the way for that. And I always say this, even going into during the era where radio was dominated by predominantly white males, this Black woman who's proud of her Blackness, whether a lot of people agree with that or not, was not only coming out and being in her womanhood, but she also spoke her motherfucking mind. Like I said, in an industry where men were telling women to shut the fuck up. Because you did have women DJs, you did have women, disc jockeys, you did have women, radio hosts who would present things, but they were very docile and calm with the presentation. But Wendy came out and she said, fuck the dumb shit. I'm going to say what I mean. I'm going to mean what I say. And she even ruffled a lot of feathers. And as I tell people, like when I talk privately about Wendy, I feel like Wendy always wanted to talk about Black gossip and Black experiences because she felt like Black people could have done better, right? It was kind of like a projection, right? Like she was reflecting and projecting. Right. She had some secrets. It's been told allegedly that her ex-husband was, a DO type of experience. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. So I feel like she was definitely reflecting on her life and what her parents, what her childhood was like. And then she started projecting that into other people who she felt were her peers, right? Because she said this out her own mouth, her peers. And so either way, she did a lot of things to a lot of people. And a lot of people think that what she's going through right now is karma. And it could be, but if we're going to say that this is Auntie Wendy's karma, I think the fact that a lot of you people are single and not married and, you have a lot of kids and no man really want you. And a lot of you men, no woman really wants you. You can't really find, a real woman, just the divorce rates are high. We could say that's karma too. We could say that's karma for past life experiences and present life experiences. Okay. Now, what I do want to do in this little presentation that I'm going to do right now is go over what FTD, okay, FTD, dementia, and aphasia actually mean. And of course, you can look this stuff up yourself, right? So I'm going to go into what it means, okay? And I'm going to tell you what affects all this. Because once again, this is an example for everybody. If you're stressed the fuck out, if you're allowing people to control your reality, if you are, if you're not able to cope with life and you are self-medicating, trying to cope with life, this is your future. Because we're now stepping into a higher realm. Everybody talk about the fourth and fifth dimension, and this is the reality of that. A lot of you got away with drinking, smoking, partying, stressing, fucking, sucking, not taking responsibility for your own life, letting people come in and flip your life, upside down. You lived a secret life for a very long time. You don't want to express yourself. You don't want to tell people how you truly felt. You have problems sleeping at night. Who knows? Some of you were self-medicating, popping pills, snorting shit. And what happens is that fucks up all of your systems, right? Including weed. It fucks up all of your systems. And one of the nerves that are actually affected by what I just mentioned, stress, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, any type of abuse, to where it causes intoxic environment within your systems, you're damaging this nerve. And the nerve is actually called the vagus nerve. And if you don't know what the vagus nerve is, I say really do your research on that. But it is known to be a communicator between most of the systems within your body, right? If you do the chart of the body, the anatomy of the body, you'll see all these little nerves and veins, and it's a real neat thing to see ourselves without our skin. And so the vagus nerve sends signals, okay? Sends signals. Girl, I feel like there's a Mercury trip going on. Anyway, send signals to the major organs of the body, including the brain, the digestive system, and the heart, right? It is also connected to the 7 chakras, as well as it is also connected. Oh my God, girl, hold the fuck up. It is also connected to, let me lift this back up. Hold on. Here we go. It is also connected to healing, psychologically and spiritual. So once again, when you're shaken, when you're shook, as people would say, baby, you're affecting this nerve. Once again, abuse, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, just stress of life, getting your stress under control. Also going into enzymes, right? Omega-3s, omega-6, omega-9s. They said that omega-9s are really not needed, but we'll say omega-3s for sure. help to protect this nerve from a physical perspective. But even going into, oh, let me see, I'm kind of jumping. Okay, so let me pull this up because I want to explain this before. I want to explain this. The thing kind of throw, girl. I think it's the mouse battery dying. Okay, but don't quote me. So she has frontal temporal dementia, which is also known as FTD. Okay, so it is actually a common cause of dementia, and it is a group of disorders that occur when the nerve cells in the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain are lost. Right, this causes the lobes to shrink. Now, I will say this: anytime there is dementia, it is called the altering of the brain. Right, so there's different forms of dementia, early stages, late stages, but for sure, the brain is being affected, and certain parts of the brain, if not all of the brains, are actually shrinking. And this is what causes death because, of course, the brain controls the whole body. So when the brain is shrinking or it's losing, neurons, and it's losing, the ability, the nerves to send signals to other parts of the bodies, then guess what happened, right? The body starts to shut down. And then, of course, ultimately it's death. So FTD can affect behavior, personality, language, and movement. Now, something that she also have that they said is aphasia, and something that I believe is actually, scary. Okay. There's a lot of medicine that they give people that suffer from a lot of illnesses. And you can once again type this in, and it actually can cause aphasia. But aphasia is an overall term for when the brain is having issues with language abilities as well as speaking and understanding other people speaking. So I didn't see Auntie Wendy's whole documentary, but I did see little snips of it. Someone who was also a Wendy fan was trying to tell me that when Black China was talking to Wendy, um, expressing her love for her, that Auntie Wendy was like, my name is Wendy Hunter, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, well, it's because she was drunk. And I said, no, this is something with comprehension. See, something that I know very well, and that's why I don't drink, I don't do drugs, because, I like to understand, I like to feel, I like to use my sympathetic and empathetic systems to understand and feel for people. And it also goes into being emotionally intelligent. You also want to get into that too. But I like to understand what people are feeling. And I like to kind of feel what they're feeling, right? Not intentionally, not purposefully, just being an empath is just what it is. And sometimes it could be a lot, right? It could be overwhelming. But either way, when someone is going through something to where they're not really comprehending, there's a different type of comprehension to where you're drunk or you're high versus there's something really not clicking in the brain. And what I saw in that interview is that Auntie was having a hard time processing what was going on in that moment. And of course, at the end of that, Wendy said, me too, when she said, I love you. Well, yeah, she was now starting to, the signals were starting to connect, and Auntie was starting to understand exactly what was going on. But baby, yeah, no. Anyway, so going into this as well, because people are saying, like, how does FTD and how's the aphasia linked to alcohol? Because they're saying it is alcohol, causing. I explained this to my people privately, but I'm going to explain this to you on here. So we know that the brain and the gut is actually connected. We know that there are, a whole micro, there's a whole, how would I say this? There's enzymes that are alive, right? That are alive in your gut. And what happens is these enzymes help send positive signals to the brain, right? And this is even true for the liver, right? People who suffer from a lot of um, we'll say people who suffer from a lot of, let's say, anxiety, right? Psychomatic. I was going to say psychomatic, but psychosis and all this stuff. People who suffer from example of anxiety. People who have anxiety issues, we really have to consume a lot of, probiotics, prebiotics. We really have to watch what we put into our body, like gluten, because gluten actually kind of kills off those good enzymes. It kind of, blocks that out. And the gut is not able to send signals to the brain. So guess what? Now we start to have a false sense of reality. So that's when anxiety kick in, right? Maybe we go for a jog, we have a hard time breathing, and then we're like, oh my God, I feel like I'm having a heart attack because I feel heavy, I can't breathe. So once again, that's going into the gut health. So either way, the brain and the gut has a strong connection. And when the gut is off, it fucks with the brain. And we know that alcohol, as well as any type of poisonous chemicals or objects we put inside of our body, okay, including marijuana, meth, amphetamines, cocaine, yes, honey, Percocets. Let's talk about all that. That shit fucks up the gut of your stomach. And what happens is it starts to send signals to your brain or miss signals to your motherfucking brain. And guess what happened? Now you're feeling out of whack. Now you're having these thoughts that are really not real. You're having these ideas, these feelings that are not really reality. And then your whole body starts to break down. So the brain has a direct effect on the stomach and intestines. Okay. The connection goes both ways. A troubled intestines can send signals to the brain, just as troubled brain can send signals to the gut. So once again, the alcohol that Auntie Wendy, consumed, and of course, it causes deficiencies, which I always tell this to the people I know who drink, smoke. I'm not really a fan of popping all these damn pills every day, all day. Let's just be honest with you. So I don't want to put anything in my body that's going to throw off my system to where now I have to OD on vitamin D, or I got to OD on vitamin A, or I got to OD on magnesium, or I got to do extra. You know what I mean? I don't see myself doing that. So I'd rather not put anything in my body that's going to throw off my gut health, that's going to ultimately affect my brain, my thought processes, how I feel, my emotions. Because all this go hands in hand, right? Even going into people who may not understand this, I know people who saw the documentary about Auntie Wendy, and they were like, they're making her seem like a diva, but I feel like they're not understanding what FTD actually is, or even when somebody is abusing drugs or alcohol. So whether they are drunk at the moment or high at the moment, the fact is these chemicals throws off the enzymes and probiotics, germs, good germs in the gut, which throws off the brain, and now they have mood swings. And this goes the same thing for coffee and even candy. Like I had an auntie girl that if she didn't have her coffee, she was cussing everybody and their mama out. And she didn't give a fuck. She was calling little kids whores. Girl, and I was like, whoa. And she get that caffeine in her, girl. She's nice. Hi, hey baby, you want some candy? So anyway, so that affects that. Your emotions are out of whack. Your behaviors is quite strange. People are looking at you like, what the fuck is going on? And like I said, this could go on when people are even so-called sober, like they're not actively doing the drugs or actively drinking. And that's what I think is going on with Auntie Wendy in her documentary, is that her whole system is thrown off. Her vagus nerve is damaged. That's not just one of the nerves that are damaged, because that's a system of nerves as well. There's so much stuff that is connected to that, and it's causing a behavioral thing. Another thing we got to remember too with Auntie Wendy, within a series of like 5 years, we would say 3 years, she lost her job, she lost her marriage, she lost her mother, she lost her relationship with some of her friends as well. And this happened quite fast. And if you don't know this, whether you're old or young, the older you get, the more sensitive you are, right? You kind of reset yourself, right? What they say, we're twice the baby and once the adult, right? So we're an adult one time, but we're a baby twice, when we were first born and closer to the tomb. So we're very sensitive to our environment, and we're very sensitive to our experiences the older we get. And that's why we have to be mindful about, as we get older, surrounding ourselves with positive things and positive people and good experiences. Because when you're younger, you can kind of handle that. And I can't even say that for, the last 30 years, because that's why people get on drugs and shit. Like they just can't handle their environment of life. They just can't handle, their experiences. So they cope, with these things by doing, the drugs and stuff and having sex with random people and all that good stuff. And so Either way, keeping your nervous system, keeping your body and your stomach in alignment. Because another thing that I think that triggered Auntie Wendy of having experiences, not just the alcohol, the yo-yo dieting, the being a vegan, not being a vegan, eating so much of this and then you switch it. Like, yeah, all that shit also have side effects. Okay, even going into, once again, once you start like intermittent fasting, it kind of have to be a way of life because your body can go through a shock as well, right? People who eat, whatever, any type of food, right? You eat a certain type of food, a certain, I'm a creature of habitat. I only eat this, I don't eat that. Once you step outside of that temporarily, your systems are now used to consuming, a certain amount of, let me give it a good example with water. Water. I drink a gallon of water a day. If I do not drink a gallon of water a day, my mouth feels dry. Like I can feel that I have not drunk that water because my body is so used to me drinking a gallon every single day that it's like, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. And so either way, that's just how it is for the overall body. So once again, the vagus nerve, okay, is responsible for a lot of things. And of course, going into the brain, going into the systems, going into the languages, going into the heart, the lungs, whatever, all of your organs is connected to the vagus nerve, right? And there's some that I actually pulled up too, and I guess it got closed out. But things to do to kind of strengthen that, because of course there's so much we can go into, and I kind of want to keep a light right now. Because of course those who truly love, Auntie Wendy, we're taking this hard, honey. We didn't know this lady in real life, but we watched this lady, and even kind of going into this, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I went from like watching her shows every day, watching the reruns, whatever, however, to like her not being on air no more. And bitch, it was like a traumatic experience for me. Like it was a very traumatic experience for me, honey. And then to also see her, and I feel connected to her, and it's weird. But even to like see her go through her divorce with this man, and it just, ooh, girl, it triggered me. It triggered me, girl. I was going into therapy more often. You would think that that was my experience. Like it really triggered me to see this woman, and even going into like people attacking this woman, including one of these trans people. Like I have to calm myself down because I was about ready to go over there to that bitch's situation and read her the motherfucking filth. Like, Miss Thing, that's your future. Miss Thing, you got all these cements and plastics within your body that are loosely flowing through the body. You don't think that's affecting your brain as we speak? You don't think that's affecting your liver as we speak? Then you also got your mama. So it's just like, I was just, girl, my feathers were ruffled. And I just wanted to stay away from people, and especially the internet, because they were just talking so bad about her. And people are like, well, she kind of gets what she gets, but she is a blog talker. She is a celebrity gossip person. She is a hot topic presenter. Like, if you don't want to be talked about, stop doing shit for people to talk about it. You know what I mean? If you don't want to be a celebrity, just say it. But to be like, oh, she's wrong for giving her opinion. Honestly, if nobody talked about any of these celebrities, nobody would even give a fuck about them. So we actually owe Auntie Wendy a motherfucking lot because she put us on a lot of shit. Okay. A lot of people, girl, I didn't know anything about no damn TikTok stars until she read one of them down. No tea, no shade. I didn't really care for some of these people neither until I saw them on her show. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I should actually listen to more of their music. Maybe I should actually watch more of their shows. So either way, I just felt like this woman have been through a lot, which a lot of us have. And regardless of what she's done, she's managed to stay strong all of these 58 years, 59 years. And yes, we know she, had her little experiences. But Mama still managed to come, sit in front of this TV with a million plus people watching. And she had, girl, she was able to be herself, speak her mind, and she got emotional about it, which is human, but she was able to be honest and open up to the world. And a lot of people couldn't accept that. And I really think that a lot of people I really think that a lot of people who are of a particular racial experience, they don't know what it's like to be emotionally vulnerable. They don't know what it's like to express your emotions in a healthy way. They don't know what it's like to have a dialogue between person, place, and things that you have a problem with. Their only response to being discomfortable or being uncomfortable with experiences, person, places, and things is to fight, is to shout, is to kill, is to prove a motherfucking point that really doesn't motherfucking matter, or to try to prove a point that at the end of the day it makes you look fucking stupid. And that's, I think, a lot of people of a particular racial group couldn't take Auntie Wendy. They couldn't take her. They still can't take her. They love her because she's real to an extent, but they don't love her on the other hand. And at the end of the day, too, and I'm gonna say this loud and clear right now. Okay. No, I'm not gonna say this loud and clear because something just said, hold off for a minute. Okay, we're not gonna say this loud and clear right now. Because maybe there was another person I like too, and I really don't like the bitch no more. Bitch, I'm no longer a fan of that bitch. I'm no longer, bitch, we done cross the dots, cross the T's, dot the I's. Two of the bloggers I unfollowed. I've not watched no video from them since motherfucking November of last year. Going into this little hip hop bitch too. Bitch, I want a bitch. If you say her name around me, bitch, I'm blocking, banning, deleting your motherfucking ass. Because we accepted the fact that she was a perverted ass, simple minded ass bitch. We accept the fact that she was a pill popping ass whore. We accept the fact that she was just disrespectful to a lot of people. She even came for the gay people. I looked past a lot of shit. But now, bitch, I feel like she's drawing the motherfucking line. And she also came for Auntie Wendy before, too. So she left a nasty taste in my motherfucking mouth that I kind of overlooked up until motherfucking now. Okay? So, as I said, baby, we got to learn something from this, honey. Auntie Wendy is once again showing us all what your life could be like. If you allow the stresses of life get to you, if you allow, you're going through something and sweep it under the rug. If you're having feelings about things, even going into like what they say, smiley face on the outside, a sad face on the inside. Like, girl, I like to be upfront and honest with people. I cannot live my life thinking one way but speaking another way. Like, bitch, if I don't like you, I don't give a fuck if there's a check attached to it. Bitch, I'm not fucking with you. If I don't like your people, your type of people, I don't give a fuck what it is. I'd rather just stay quiet than to come around and act like I really like you and to be, hey, hoo. And with Auntie Wendy and a lot of other people, that's what they do. They're not happy in their home and they come out and they present this happy energy. But it's all acting. And eventually it's going to crack. Eventually the real you is going to come to the surface. Eventually the real you is going to be exposed. And a lot of people don't really like the real them. And of course, going into trauma, Auntie Wendy had a very troubling childhood, like a lot of people have. So I'm not even judging her in the sense of anything that she's done. The cocaine abuse, the alcohol abuse, her talking about people. I don't hold that against her at all because that woman been through a lot. And I can tell you this too, she paid her debt to society. I tell you that right now, she paid her taxes. I tell you this right now, mama came out and she did a service to people. She helped people. A lot of people are going through things and she helped them get through it. Whether it's through ask Wendy a question, whether it's through, her reading people on her on her show, whatever. You could be in a bad mood. You watch that and you get all happy and and all that good stuff. And so, like I said, I've not seen the Auntie Wendy's documentary. I will be, watching at least part one today. I've not seen it. But yeah, honey, her systems are just fucked up. And of course, once again, drugs, alcohol can cause this as well as stress can. There is, stress-induced everything. You have stress-induced schizophrenia. You have stress-induced dementia. You have stress-induced a lot of stuff, right? You also have drug-induced dementia. And FTD can be a drug-induced dementia. It sure can. And so once again, just be good to your body, honey. Okay, take care of your bodies, girl, and people. Eat your B complex, right? They say we need vitamin D, Yes, we do. We need our healthy fatty acids. Get you some flax seeds. Get you some walnuts, some pecans. Every day I eat 2 or 3 handfuls of that. I have a mixture: cashews, Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, pecans, and walnuts. I also have almond butter or almond milk every day. I also cook and eat with ghee. That's all I eat when I cook for my home. Everything is ghee. And I just love it. You don't have to refrigerate it. And it lasts a very long time. And I love the taste of it. Going into our meats, eating some good meats. I do not drain the fat when I make my hamburger meats and my steak meats. I do not get rid of that fat. I actually pour the fat over my rice. I make a gravy. I do some type of parboil with it. So I'm getting the fats within my body. And I've noticed a difference with my thinking, my speaking, my memory. I've noticed a difference with my feeling. I feel like I'm very hypersensitive, um, even more. And so, either way, very interesting. I also, once again, want to leave y'all with, the vagus nerve, VAGUS, and learn how this nerve is connected to a lot of systems, a lot of things psychologically, including your emotions, and also how you feel about things, whether it's spiritual or physical. I really encourage you to get into that. I really encourage you all to be positive as much as you can. And when you feel like you're not being in a loving, respectful environment, baby, it's time to let it go. The job, the family, the friends. I'm telling y'all this right now, and I'm just being totally honest with y'all. It's you before me, right? People can call me rebellious. They can call me antisocial, because I'm really not. I love connecting with people that are like-minded, right? But if it came down to me living a life alone and being happy, because I could definitely be happy by myself. Let's make that very loud and clear. Um, or if it came down to me being alone and being happy, or me being around a group full of people and being miserable because I'm upset about them possibly judging me. I'm worried about how would they feel if they knew that I love to suck dick. I have to throw that out there. If I really thought, oh, what happened if they're really like people that have my experience, a woman of a particular experience, like just those, like I just cannot imagine. Like right now, I just want to scream thinking about that. I cannot imagine me being around people and I cannot be myself. I cannot imagine me living my life day to day, 24/7, 60. Oh my God, girl. I cannot imagine wanting to call somebody a bitch and say, oh, I better not say that because, oh, that might offend somebody. Like, I couldn't imagine. I could imagine. And I know there's a time and place for everything, but I'd rather not be in a place where I cannot be that. I'd rather not be in a place where I cannot express myself to the fullest. And the fact that a lot of people do that day to day, I sympathize with you. I really send you love and light. And I hope that, you start your healing journey, because of course this goes into getting validations from other people and really giving a fuck about what other people think about you. It really comes from you fucking yourself up. And once again, this is going on. A lot of people are fucked up psychologically and emotionally and even health wise because they live their life for other people. They live their life for other people. They wanted to get brownie points. They wanted to be cool. And I don't give a fuck about being cool. I don't give a fuck about being liked, because I like myself. I love myself. And I have family and friends who also love me, right? So it doesn't matter who on the outside don't love me, who on the outside don't see it for me. And that takes a lot. It takes a lot, honey, to get to that point. And a lot of you better be getting it together, because right now your body is declining. Your systems are in shock right now. You have a lot of health problems right now because of that. You're trying to keep up with the motherfucking Joneses. A lot of you are now suffering from a lot of stuff because of your environment. Oh, I got to hang out with them. My people, my people, my people. Baby, we're moving into a new era. Baby, skin folks ain't always kin folks. Okay, just because they gay don't mean that they like you. Okay, just because they black don't mean they like you. Just because they anything, baby. You look at yourself as a, and that's what I say too. Going into my affirmations, I am a human being, right? Who loves and live in the present moment. Because getting into those titles of I'm a woman, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this, bitch, it gives you some type of some sense of entitlement. And now that becomes the first thing when you feel like somebody's directing energy towards you is I'm being attacked for being whatever you say you are. And in reality, it's not even that. A lot of us is peeping the energy. I peep the energy. So, like I said, I don't even feel comfortable identifying with anyone except for my motherfucking self. How about that? How about that? Bitch, who are you? Mia. What are you? Mia. What is your sex? Mia. What is your religion? Mia. Bitch, let's talk about it. Bitch, MIA, bitch. I'll put that on. Bitch, don't play with me. Bitch, how about that? Because honestly, y'all, I'm telling you, this is where the healing starts. This is where the freedom comes in. This is where you feel like you can breathe. This is where you feel like you can think. This is where you feel like you can feel. I deal with people on a day to day, and I say this too, like we both can't stress, right? This is one of my mantras I tell myself. I'm here to help people, and I cannot be stressed, right? A stressed person cannot help stress people, right? The blind leading the blind. Like someone who is not happy and secure with themselves cannot teach others how to be that way. And I would hope that I'm helping to encourage people to be confident and secure in who they are. I would hope that I'm teaching people to be secured and to express themselves to the fullest extent, regardless of the fact. Because in this day and age, baby, you will always be able to be in the right space at the right time. You're always welcomed into spaces. Don't think that you have to speak a certain way or walk a certain way in order to be accepted into a certain group. If you have to be that way to be accepted in a certain group, then the group ain't for you. If you want to be like, suck, bitch, your mama, your hoe, your bitch ass, nigga asshole, whatever. You want to talk ignorant like that? And people say, well, that type of language can't be over here. Baby, that's not the group for you then. That's not the group for you. And then you got to also go into, are these words, are these actions exaggerated? Because we're also taught, we're actually programmed to exaggerate our identity. We're also taught to exaggerate who we think we are. And like I told y'all, when I started my healing journey in May of last year, girl, it's about to be a year. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Woo. I got chills right there, honey. It's about to be a year, honey. Girl, when I started my healing journey, baby, I really started going through a lot. I started deprogramming a lot of stuff within my bodies. Like, do I really like this? Do I really want this? Do I really feel this way? And a lot of times, too, now that I am on that journey, I can pinpoint when people are trying to program you. You will feel certain ways, you will think certain things, and people are trying to say, no, no, no. That three-way thing, to say you got to say something 3 to 7 times to program it. No, no, no. And it's like, bitch, first of all, you're not going to tell me what I'm seeing. You're not going to tell me what I'm feeling. But I'm telling you because I know, well, fuck what you know. You know you. Bitch, I know what I understood from that experience. Okay? And then, of course, they feel some type of way because, bitch, you're not programming me. So, like I said, I've learned I can sense a programmer girl from mile away or a program coming on because a lot of us are deprogrammers and programmers, right? We program ourselves and we deprogram ourselves. And a lot of times we allow people to program us and sometimes we allow people to deprogram us. And so I'm aware of these programs that people are trying to push onto others. And so when I see it, I just say, bitch, I'm cutting that bitch off. Like there's no point in me keep conversating, connecting, and moving with those type of energies when that's not what I feel comfortable with. And it's all about comfort for me. Okay. To a degree. So anyway, honey, it's a sad thing with Aunty Wendy, as I was going into. I want to read the comments if there's any before I go, honey. Be you, be positive, be love, honey. Express yourself the way you want to express yourself. Be the energy you're looking for, honey. If you're looking for real ass people, be a real ass bitch. Hello. If you want to experience life to the fullest, baby, become sober. I love when people say, I'm out here living life. Doing all this shit, girl, they got a blunt in their hand. Girl, you're not living life being under the influence. But you're not living life being altered. You're in the meta universe, right? You're an avatar, right? That's the type of universe you're in. I'm in reality, baby. A sober reality. Baby, it's not easy, but baby, I'm here and I'm managing. Okay. Like many of you are. Come on in here, honey. Yes, Shamika. Greetings and all. Yes, honey. Blessed to you too, Shamika. Come on in here, Tina. Yes, honey. Who you doing? Yes, honey. I hope y'all are well. Listen, y'all. I need to be come back and doing my midnight mental list, huh? Mm, mm. Baby, I get so excited when I be talking. Girl, I start getting warm and shit. Girl, it's like what? What is it? It's like 50 some degrees right now, baby. And honey, I just got up and where my thighs are, it was sweating, girl. Where the thigh and the knee was meeting, that girl was sweating a little bit. But anyway, I encourage you all to take care of the body, honey. The body is the temple, so it should be cleaned. It should be, um, you know, uh, cleansed. It should be organized, and only good energy should be allowed in. Good energy comes from the food. Good energy comes from what we drink. Good energy comes from the words that we speak, and also what we allow to go inside of us, what we absorb, right? See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. Baby, I don't have to listen to anybody else's reality, right? You don't have to listen to anybody else's reality. You don't have to live your life the way that, oh, well, you know, honey, you could do what you want to do as long as it's certain, as long as it's under certain guidelines, right? You can't go out and slap people just because you want to slap people. But you could be yourself. You could be you. You could be, you live how you want. If you want to wear polka dots today with stripes, bitch, do it. Okay. You know me, girl. I live in that, girl. I'm not a color coordinated bitch. I don't give a fuck about style like that. Baby, I love to be naked. Bitch, just take the clothes off any motherfucking way. Hello? When it comes down to the other foo-foo shit, I'm like, baby, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Bitch, oh, you're not. Yes, I am gonna mix that. Yes, I'm gonna wear a Mandela design with some vertical orange and blue stripes. Bitch, yes. Bitch, I feel like wearing a dress I wore for the past week. Bitch, I'm gonna put that dress on. Bitch, hello. If you don't like it, you can send money over to buy another one. Hello. Same thing with my wigs, girl. Y'all know me, girl. I got several wigs, girl. I currently have 7 human hair wigs, and I still only rotate two of the wigs. Bitch, if you don't like that wig, bitch, you send the money to buy another one. I'll send you the link of the site I buy wigs on, and you buy me another one, honey. Who you doing? So anyway, girl, I hope y'all been good, honey. Girl, I've been keeping up with my tea, girl. Keep my house nice and organized, girl. Yesterday and today, I did a deep cleanse. I'm doing deep cleanses every other week where I'm like wiping my walls from the roof to the floor with a towel and soap, girl. Same thing with the floor, girl. I be mopping, but sometimes I'm like, girl, yeah, let me just get a towel, get some water, and get on my knees. And I feel like the floors are cleaner like that. It's something about, yeah, something about a bucket with soap and water, getting on your knees, taking that cloth and just scrubbing it's something about that. It feels clean, it smells clean, you feel rejuvenated, you feel the energy flowing. Am I the only one that feels that? Y'all can definitely let me know. When my house is clean and organized, I feel like, I feel recharged. I feel like, damn, like, what am I gonna do? Let's go do something. Like I feel just so empowered with a clean house, honey. Come on in here, Tina. I don't want to see the documentary that little up. Right. Oh my God. I know, Tina. It made me tear up too. I really love Auntie Wendy. I never thought it was possible to love someone that you've never met. Like I never thought it was possible to like really have this protective energy for them, right? Because a lot of people, when I once again I get in defensive mode when they come for her. Okay. Even friends and family have got a taste of that, baby. You would have thought I was a Scorpio, baby. Okay. My little stinger come out, bitch. How dare you? And whoo, ooh, honey, that's a lot. I just, to see Wendy, we've never seen Wendy without her wig like that. She was very vulnerable. And then I just think China is so fake. I don't give a fuck about that. I've had a situation with Black China before. Bitch, I'm gonna talk about it. I had a situation with Black China before, and I just didn't like her. I just didn't like her. I didn't like the homosexual that she was with. I really don't give a fuck about her mama neither. Let's just be honest with that. I really don't give a fuck about her mama neither. Nasty ass, weed smelling, ass smelling girl. Listen, okay, it was very just girl. So I don't like her fake. I don't like her fake ass. I don't like Angela's fake ass. Let's talk about it. I don't like her fake ass. So the fact that she's still on that motherfucking couch with my motherfucking auntie and act like she opening up, girl. The bit. Listen, she's sitting here just girl doing a little nasty. What they call it? Nice nastiness. Girl, she act like she being serious and she want to laugh. She just like Wendy, I just thought, girl, I wanted to reach through that fucking clip and say, you old bitch. Oh, girl, I'm not gonna tell you what I said, because baby, what you say in your home, you don't gotta stay on the outside. But I said a lot about Miss Angela, honey. She got red through that motherfucking clip. Okay, she got fucking red, baby. Because I'm like, girl, and then second of all, whoever you bitch, I didn't see who these producers are too, bitch, because I'm gonna write them a nice little fucking letter too. Okay, we never seen Auntie Wendy without her fucking wig on. And even if this lady who has FTD, okay, dementia, telling us, girl, that she don't like. So Wendy was like, I want to get on without my wig. And y'all were like, okay, Wendy. Like her niece too. You old trifling ass bitch. Oh, girl, I'm telling you right now, black people are so trifling. They trifling as fuck, baby. I'm telling you right now, they are trifling as fuck. I would have said, me, honestly, being real, if I was Black China, I would say I don't really feel comfortable having this one-on-one moment with her on camera without her wig. Can we put a wig on her? And if Auntie would have been fighting about the wig, then I would have the conversation off the camera about the wig, about it, and I would have not been on camera. But the fact that you on motherfucking screen with your wig on, your makeup on, dressed the fuck up, while this lady is sitting here on this, well, mind you, she's on an expensive ass couch. Mind you, she had an expensive ass robe on. It doesn't matter, girl. What she had on ate China up, girl, and could probably pay off the bills that she owe any motherfucker way. But no shade, allegedly. But I'm like, Miss Thing, out of respect, I don't feel comfortable having this interview on camera with her. And that, girl, that would have been it for me. I would have got up, I would have got out. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I would have got up, I would have, bitch, yeah, I'm sorry, you're not going to make me do this. But the fact that she was comfortable to sit her nasty ass right there, Miss Nasty Ass Angela, she sat her nasty ass on that motherfucking couch and thought that it was a one-on-one and we were going to say, oh, Black China really does love Wendy. She thought that was going to be an moment for us. Bitch, it was trifling, it was nasty, and I didn't like it. And bitch, if I was there, I would have took this claw right here and I would have grabbed her fucking wig off, bitch. Hello? Let's talk about it, bitch. I got this little hand reacher gripper over here, girl. I would have took that claw, I would have snatched her fucking wig off. Trying to get on camera without your fucking wig on, bitch. You get on camera without your motherfucking legs front and no makeup on and shit, bitch. Oh, girl, listen. And acting like she cared for her like that. You're not a real friend, China. You're a trifling ass gutterfoot snapper, bitch. You're a red. I can't even say red snapper because bitch, I like red snapper. Bitch, you're a catfish. Bitch, you're a fucking gutter sniping catfish, bitch. How about that? And I don't like trout fish neither. You're a trout mouth gutter butt catfish, bitch. And I said that with my chest up, honey. And if you want to get it or you any of those homosexuals, you got to, bitch. You know where to find me at, baby. Hello. Just trifling and just nasty and gutter. But anyway, girl, that pissed me off, Tina, when I saw that. That really pissed me off. That really pissed me the hell off. Like, girl, you have me looking through my phone like, who can I call? Like, baby, I was looking through my phone like, baby, who can I call about this nasty ass experience? I didn't like it. I didn't like it, baby. Come on, Jay. How you doing, Jay? Yes, honey. Yes, me too. Deep cleaning and decluttering. Yes, honey. Stay on top of it, baby. 3 days without doing it, honey, your house will look a mess. Listen, every day I do something. I wipe down my counter, my bathroom counter, my toilet. I just do a quick wipe. I spray the bleach. I call it a dry wipe. Wipe down the toilet, the handle, the counter, the handles, the door handle. I'll sweep and I'll possibly mop. Right? Every day I do this though. The kitchen, same thing. I wipe off the counters, wipe off the sink, do the stove, do the refrigerator door, and I will sweep for sure. Mop in the kitchen, I do at least every other 3 days because it's a lot, okay? The kitchen dining room is pretty spacious, and so it's just a lot going through that. And you know, mopping, girl, you working out your whole body. You know, when you have these big old, 40 double G's, girl, you sitting here mopping, and girl, everything is just going. You just, girl, listen. Okay, hello. And then, going into my room too. Like I'll have a habit of just throwing shit on the floor or throwing shit on my bed. Now I literally have containers and stuff where things go in, and I made it a conscious effort to say, oh, let me put this where it needs to go. Now I will say this: last week it was so busy for me. I was doing so much because I knew this week was going to be a good week to kind of relax, and I did have some stuff in my bed, and I fell asleep with it. I did have books on my bed and notebooks and shit on the bed that I didn't put back. But once again, I'm not as I was before. Before September of last year, I would just not give a fuck. I would just throw shit and leave it there. But now I've been really keeping up with it. Vacuuming, dusting, wiping shit down. You know, um, cleansing stuff. Even my computer, girl, I got really good with my computer too. Taking my little wipes, wiping everything down every 2 days. I sanitize my hand before I touch my keyboard and my laptop. Same thing with my phones. Before I touch my phones, I sanitize my hands. Yes, I do, girl. I just been stepping it up. I've been really living a goddess lifestyle. Okay, I've been watching different things. Now, I will say this on a side note for a pastime because I feel like God is even curious to how we live. I have come across some very low vibrational energy, individuals who have nothing else better to do but be bummy and miserable. Most of them don't have a job, they don't have a life, they don't have family and friends who love them, no money, no family, stuck in the middle of Miami type of energy, literally. And so I listen, I watch, but sometimes I zone out because I'm like, girl, this is a little too much for me. The fact that you have grown ass people, and let's go back to this. Like when I was like a teenager, I was already fantasizing about my reality as an adult. Like I'm gonna make sure when I become grown that nobody will ever need me to. I will never have to ask somebody for anything. I won't be sleeping on nobody's couch. I won't be, hey, can I borrow some money? Like I fantasized about that. Like girl, I was on countdown mode. Ooh, I cannot wait until I turn 18. Girl, I was so excited to move out my house from my family's house, and it wasn't because I didn't love them and they didn't love me. Because my mom cried and my siblings cried. My stepdad really didn't give a fuck because there was too much going on in his house any motherfucking way. But my mom, she cried when I moved out, but I moved out while I was still in high school, y'all. And that's another fucking thing too, girl, where I be like, pat myself on the back because, bitch, I moved out. I was in a relationship. I moved out when I was still in fucking high school, bitch. And I graduated from fucking high school. You know what I mean? Like, girl, like it was no fucking excuses. I've never did drugs. I've drunk beer. I've drunk wine. I've drunk tequila, margaritas and shit, but I've never like did drugs, crack, cocaine, meth, Tina, none of that. And it's like, girl, I amaze myself. And it's not about other people. It's about me, right? It's about me and my life. And when I'm on my deathbed, me looking back on my life and say, what the fuck I did. Not, oh, I spent, 60 days out of my life, doing some shit that was man-made or letting men fucking control me. You know what I mean? And there are situations I did have that I wish I would have done differently, like let a man put his hands on me, befriend certain people, that type of stuff, letting people, almost being set up and shit. Like, I do think about that stuff too. But for the most part, it's like, girl, the idea that there are people that are barely hitting 25 right now, which means that you were born, almost in the 2000, right? Like your energy should have been a little different, right? The fact that you had a little easier, especially you're just a cisgendered, regular identifying person, gay or straight, right? You don't have any type of dysmorphia or, any type of not being connected with reality, or at least that's what people have us thinking. So what is the excuse of you being 25 years old and not having your own shit? And then they have the audacity to read people down. And that's what I'm saying, moving into, what I'm moving into now, my 34 years. Like, girl, what I'm not going to do, Miss Thing, I'm not going to sit here and fight with a bitch who ain't got shit. I don't care, bitch, unless you're 18. There's nothing a 25-year-old could tell me that don't got their own house or their own car. Unless you're living with your parents or your grandparents for a reason. But there ain't a fuck thing you could tell me about life if you were not out here getting it from the motherfucker that make sure you stay afloat. There ain't shit a bitch can tell me who have to lie to you to still to get a motherfucking head. And I'm learning to not let those people take me off my motherfucking square. Ain't shit a bitch can tell me who cannot get their credit up. And girl, I'm telling you, like, I'm moving differently now. I'm not going to let a bitch who is not in the same mindset as I was when I was 25 years old tell me a fuck thing. Because, baby, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy at all. It wasn't, bitch. I had roommates that I didn't really give a fuck about. I dealt with people, bitch, like, girl, it was a lot to deal with, but I wanted to maintain my independency, and I knew it was all going to be worth it in the motherfucking end. So the idea that you don't have enough self-confidence, you don't have enough self-love, you don't have your own mind to figure out what you're doing with your life, but you have this mind to read me down. You have this mind to tell me what you feel about transgender people. You got this idea to tell me what you feel about me and what I look like when your ass, like, girl, you clearly don't have no mirrors in your motherfucking house. You clearly didn't have no parent to come out and tell your ass to get your shit together or you're going to be lost. Because that's the type of family I had growing up. I had a stepfather that was from the South, shout out to Louisiana, and he flat out said, bitch, get in line now or somebody gonna get you in line. And I remember my brothers would get in trouble because I learned from other people, baby. I don't want to get my ass whooped, girl, because I did get my ass whooped a couple of times. I don't like the way it felt, bitch. My body is very sensitive, and the fact that I was getting spanked, girl, I didn't like it. Okay, and I remember one time in particular, girl, I almost grabbed the belt and hit my mama back. And girl, I didn't do it, but I almost did it because I said, bitch, you ain't. Anyway. And she spanked me. She didn't beat my ass, but she spanked me. But anyway, going into my siblings, like my brothers, bitch, they didn't give a fuck. Bitch, they were still doing the shit they got in trouble for. And I would even tell them, like, honey, can you get it together? They're like, what the fuck? You a snitch? Anyway, but baby, when I tell you that my brother did something, and it was minor, but my stepfather was upset about it, right? Because we were raised to be different, right? We had relatives who were not really disciplined, but we were. And when I say discipline, like we had chores to do, and if we didn't do that, we got in trouble. I had cousins and stuff that didn't have to do chores. They didn't have to, they didn't have any type of discipline in the house, any type of structure in the house. I grew up with structure, okay? Even though we wasn't wealthy and shit, we still had structure in our motherfucking home, and things moved accordingly, and it moved smoothly. And bitch, that's why I have no problem being a grown-ass bitch to pay my motherfucking bills on time and have a smooth moving home on my own. Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it. So either way, my brother did something so small. One of my younger brothers, he did something so small, and my mama kind of let it go. And my stepdad was so upset. I mean, he was upset for 3 days. And he told my mom, right? He would always say this, but this day in particular really stood out to me. Because like I said, it was a minor situation, but it taught me a very valuable lesson, honey. That was a major seed. He said, you better get your son together or they will. And of course, my mama was like, well, you know what I'm doing and da-da-da-da. And he's like, no. If he don't learn now, when he grows up, he gonna learn in the streets. And two things are gonna happen: either locked up or in the motherfucking ground. And I would just always see that, y'all. And honestly, even as a grown ass bitch now, bitch, before something comes up that may be illegal, I'm thinking it could be illegal, right? I'm like, wait a minute. Do I want to be in the cemetery? Do I want to be in the jail? Or do I enjoy my freedom, right? 6 feet under, 6 feet behind a wall, or 6 feet to roam wherever the fuck I want to roam. And that's what I always think about. So like I said, that have stayed with me, y'all. And I was like 12 years old when this happened to y'all. That have stayed with me. So it's like the idea that, once again, people are not taking responsibility and accountability for themselves go crazy to me. The idea that people are not living the life the way they should live life because of themselves goes crazy to me. Like, we allow people to program us into thinking that people are in control when they're really not. And even going into school, you can go get training for shit to get a trade. I know some people that are like, I'm looking for a job, but I haven't found a job. They look for a job for 3 years. Do you know what type of degree or what type of education you could have gotten in the past 3 years to where now you can get a real job? You know what, like, girl, let's talk about it. A lot of people be on this internet trolling and shit. You know what type of job you can get as an internet troll if you literally went to school to be an internet professional? ITT. Can we talk about it? Cybersecurity, network. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine people having their talents? Because people are, I'm a talent. And actually using this talent and changing things. Like, this is what I think about. So it's like the fact that that you would be so egotistical. You would be so nasty, so disrespectful, right? To yourself and your ancestors, baby. Because let's take it back to your ancestors for sure, who allegedly was shackled down and abused and beaten, and they couldn't go nowhere. They didn't have no freedom. Can we talk about it right now? And bitch want to talk about it's the white man. Well, I was under the same type of conditioning. Why was I not affected by the conditioning of the white man? Can we talk about it? Oprah Winfrey was also, I know y'all don't like Oprah, but I like to talk about Oprah, girl. Well, bitch, let's talk about a lot of other people, girl. Okay, a lot of people is under the control and the conditioning of the white man. But baby, they didn't let the white man's system fuck them up. Baby, let's talk about right now. Let's stop making excuses for why our life ain't going well and step into our motherfucking purpose. Especially if you're claiming to be a witch. I can't stand a broke witch. I can't stand a witch that ain't got shit. That's one of my biggest fucking pet peeves, bitch. You're not a fucking witch. You're not a fucking spiritualist. You're not a fucking magician. And you have to lie and cheat to get your shit. You have to do pee-pee fraud. But you have to fucking go out and fucking lie and steal and shit, girl. You're not a witch. You know nothing about magic. And bitch, you don't know nothing about self, really. You don't know about self because brokenness equals a broken reality, a broken life. So there's something going on within your bodies that ain't right. And instead of using the time to figure that out, you worried about what the next bitch doing. Like I said, I will never, moving into 2024 and beyond, I will never subject myself to arguing with a bummy ass bitch on any motherfucking level. A bitch that ain't educated, a bitch that ain't got no class, a bitch that ain't got no life, a bitch that don't even know herself. There's no way I'm seeing her argue with a bitch, and I don't care what the age is. Bitch, listen. Bitch, mute, kicked. Bitch, I control too. Fuck I look like. And if you're older than me, shame on you. I pity you even more. If you're older than me and ain't got your shit together, how the fuck you, girl? What you do every day, all day? And that'd be another thing too that would drive me nuts too. These people be acting like, girl, you got all the answers to everything but your own shit. You wake up. Some people don't even sleep. They up for like 3 or 4 days at a time. So those 72 plus hours that you were up, you wasn't like the 72, 86 hours plus that you were up, you weren't, or 92 hours, bitch, 96 hours. You weren't sitting here like thinking about what can I do to better myself today? You weren't thinking about, maybe I could invest $20. Maybe I could get into FBAs or FMAs. Maybe I can get into learning a new trade, a new gift. Maybe I can get into, like, you're not thinking about that. And that gags me. That gags me. That gags me, honey. Ain't no way I'm breathing, I'm living. And maybe that takes two. Maybe a lot of people haven't lost enough. That's where it's at. Maybe a lot of people haven't lost enough. Maybe you haven't lost a loved one. Maybe you haven't lost a house. Maybe you haven't lost a car. Maybe you haven't lost things that you love dearly. Maybe you haven't lost any motherfucker thing. Maybe you haven't experienced, or maybe you're not connected to your losses. I don't know. But my losses is what fucking teach me to appreciate the shit that I've gained. That's what my losses have done for me. It's helped me to realize what is really important and what's really not. And life is important. And you're experiencing every aspect of life. And unfortunately, money and power is needed to experience every aspect of life. People sit there and say they don't need money, they don't need this, they don't need that. Baby, you're never going to live life to the fullest. You're just existing, you're just experiencing. That's your reality. That's not mine. Like, I want to be able to go out and kiss a Russian prime minister. I want to be able to go and have sex over there in Lebanon on one of those beaches. I want to be able to go to Spain and say I was in the airport and did my little thing. Like, I want to be able to experience life to the fullest. I want to be able to say I flashed the guards over there in Canada. I want to be able to say that I got on the boat, okay, took a cruise to the motherfucking islands, baby, and had my first experience with an islander. Hello, island boy. That's living life to the fullest. Me getting to different cultures, like, girl, come on now. I don't give a fuck about people that look like me, act like me, sound like me, and talk like me. Bitch, that's boring. I want to be educated on how the Filipinos live, the indigenous Filipinos lived over there in the Philippines. I want to know what it's like to live in the motherfucking Himalayan mountains. I want to know what it's like to eat. Ooh, that was a bad experience for me, honey. But I want to know. I want to know what it's like. I want to know what these people are living and experiencing. I want to know what these people like. What are going through their minds? What are their emotions? What do they wake up and see when they wake up? Like I love people. I love experiencing life, and that's another way too. That's another thing too. You cannot fully experience life being narrow-minded about people. You cannot say, "Oh, I don't like black people. I don't like white people. I don't do gay people. I don't do lesbians. I don't do Christians. I don't do Muslims. I don't do Jewish." Yeah, this is why your life is miserable now. You're not fully living life. You're not fully appreciating life. Excuse me for that rant. Anyway, I didn't know Wendy had dementia. Like, whoa, and she was on her assistant said, right. Black China been that way because of terrible Tokyo. Well, allegedly Tokyo didn't raise China. Her grandmother did. That's that trauma coming out. Right. I definitely believe it. Right. Right. Okay. I'm the type to clean up while I'm cooking. I can't wait till the food is done. Right, Jam. Now, I've done that sometimes. Let the food cook and then I'm cleaning up while, yeah. Uh-huh. I've done that. I've done that, honey. Or I'm doing laundry. I'll do other stuff. Cause I'm not just gonna sit around and wait for lunch. So baby, I gotta do one or two loads while that's going. Let me vacuum the room. Let me vacuum. And girl, I got so many handheld vacuum cleaners too, girl, because I'm learning to like vacuum my bed and shit too, girl. Dust and shit, get on your bed, your blankets, your pillows, and all that. So I'm learning to, dust the shit down like that, honey. But yes, honey, come on in here. When I saw Wendy without her wig, I'm like, yeah, nah. Right. It was horrible. Fuck the producers of the Wendy Williams document. Okay, where is Wendy? Mr. God Orders, which do you holds the most truth? I feel like Hinduism holds the most truth. Because even going into how their avatars are blue, and we know that blue is the darkest color. Come on in here. Contrary to belief, um, that black is the darkest color when it's really not. Can we talk about it? Black and white is actually not even considered a color. Hello! It's considered deflection, reflection, and absorption. Can we talk about it? Hello! Can we talk about it, right? Can we talk about it? It deals with an emptiness. It deals with a space that can be filled up with more and more and more and more. It shows that there's no limits. Come on in here. Blackness shows that it is forever lasting, forever expanding, where white shows that it is filled with a lot and it has room for more shit to be put inside of it. So this is why words have motherfucking power. I want to start hearing people say I'm purple. I want to start hearing people say they're blue. I want to start people say they're green, that they're red, that they're orange, that they're yellow. And let's see what type of reality we're going to fucking create. I want people to realize that, baby, you're not limited to the restrictions and the programmings of what these people got you thinking. They think that there's only man, there's only woman. Well, there's not. Allegedly. I guess you have Zaires. No, let me stop. I'm playing. Let me stop. Stuck in Miami. That's scary. Like, it's nice there, but honey, right. Stuck in Miami with no family, no money, honey. How about that? They had to suck dick on the streets. The girl said she was popping $20 dates. I said, baby, ain't no way. Praise you, Jesus. Amen. Ain't no way that I will let myself get that loaded. I'm sucking in for $20. Woo! Glory be to God. Glory be to God. I thank God that the lowest I had to go to see a client was $80. Woo! Come on in here. And $80 only got your handshake. Wow! Amen. Okay, amen. Yes, honey. Hello. People online talk about how they coded a spell to buy shoes. Oh, they cast the spell. Whew, girl. And then they wonder why everybody's laughing. They wonder why the white folks, they wonder why the Asians are getting ahead. Um, the Persians, the Middle Easterns are getting ahead, while and other particular people are not. Y'all got to make it make sense for me. Y'all got to make it make sense for me. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that spiritual people are the underdogs right now. I think that real spiritual people are the underdogs. I think that real spiritual people are under attack. I think that real spiritual people are suppressed. I feel like real spiritual people are oppressed. Everybody else, your oppression and your suppression is an illusion. Your oppression and your suppression is an illusion. Your oppression and suppression is an illusion for the rest of you people. The only people that are really being oppressed and suppressed in reality are spiritually inclined people. And so I would hate to make my spiritually inclined people feel any other type of way outside of being loved, appreciated, and supported. I find it very hard to believe that people feel like they are the underdogs, that they are oppressed, that they are suppressed, that they're disrespected, that they're not loved. But yet, people who look like them, act like them, walk and talk like them, they actually don't show them that they're loved, supported, and that they mean anything. And so you have people in a certain community, because the Asians, they do that. No lie, let's get into it. The Asians do that. The Middle Easterns do that. They have their brothers and sisters back. But there's people of a particular racial group that they don't. Instead, they want to read you down. They want to talk about you black and you bum and you ain't got no money. You this and you that and did, right? Instead of lifting you up, appreciating you and saying, baby, you got good qualities. And you know what I want to start doing, y'all? Can we start doing this? Let's start doing this next week. Let's start doing this next week or the following week. We'll say 2 weeks for sure. 2 weeks, we'll have enough time. I think we need to start pouring into each other, right? I think we need to say something positive about, it could be a random thing too. You come up here, whoever, whatever, girl, we do one-on-one, we do a group thing. You come up and we give one positive thing about the other person. Right. And I feel like Black people need to incorporate this into their life, because the more that Black people was to do this to their people, the more appreciated and inspired these people would be, the more motivated they would be. And the greater of their, excelling, right? Excelling at what is that they're trying to do. The greater chance of them actually becoming the person that they were meant to become. But because you're looking at the news and because you're looking at these celebrities, or you're looking at these bloggers who are Black and they're talking shit and they're casting spells on y'all motherfucking Black asses. Can we talk about it for a minute? Let me be real here. They talk about y'all Black asses. Because see, a spade is a motherfucking spade, girl. Y'all get mad when the white folks just come out and say what they say, niggas and all this sort of good shit, monkeys. Y'all get mad at that, right? But the Black people are doing the exact same shit. But they're not calling you that directly. They're being funny about it. They think you stupid. The conscious community, they think you stupid, right? And that's a lot of y'all didn't really care about Tommy Sotomayor, because he woke it up. He told y'all what it really was. And y'all went, oh my God, Tajid Naheed. And oh my God, oh my God. No, he's another nigga that put y'all ass to motherfucking see. But anyway, so that's what happened. They fucked y'all up by making y'all feel like y'all was stupid and dumb. And y'all over here tipping the niggas. Talking about they opening up schools and shit. Your children need food. And so you telling your son you don't got food money, but you got money to give this nigga to start a school? Make it make sense. And so we over and over again, we let Black folks, people that look like us, disrespect us, right? Tell us that we dumb, we stupid, we can't think for ourselves. And yet we wonder why they call us niggas. They wonder why they call us niggers. Let's call it what it is. They wonder why they call us niggers. They wonder why they don't really care for us. We wonder why we see videos of people getting hit on because we see videos of Black people hitting Black people. I'm sorry, if I was a white woman, white man, and I saw these videos of these Black people slapping each other up, I'm gonna think it's okay to slap you up too. So you goddamn right, I'm gonna be a Karen. You goddamn right, I'm gonna be strolling through the neighborhood and I'm a bitch, because I feel like I can do that because you're doing it to your own people, right? And so anyway, I feel like we got to do better. And as long as you don't do better, bitch, I don't got to fuck around with y'all. Baby, I don't need you to survive. Let's keep it real, girl. Because I'm a white woman on the inside. Regardless of what you think it is, I'm a white woman, girl, and I get white privileges, girl. That's what people say they believe in. Listen, I'm the first ever brown-skinned, transgendered woman, okay, to ever have white privilege, bitch. Let's put it to the test if you don't believe me. Hello! Let's put it to the test. Can we put it to the test? Hello. What y'all want to do to prove it? What y'all want to do to prove it? What y'all want to do to prove it, girl? I'm willing to tap into that, baby. Okay. Hello. White privilege is for everybody. Anyway, Erzuli, how are you doing? This is what I said some time ago, right? Erzuli Hearts, right, honey. I hope you are well, honey. Yes, honey. Hello, Phoenix UL. Long time no see, honey. Hope you are well, honey. Yes, hope your healing is coming along. Yes, honey. Yes, Hinduism. Yeah, I would say Hinduism for sure. Okay, we'll say this going down the list. Okay, the world religions, right? That people see and know. You know, we get into Zoroastrian, we get into the Ismishans, we get into the Masonry, we get into all that stuff, right? Luciferianism, but we're going to stick with what people commonly consider. Hindu is top of the line when it comes to religions. Hinduism. Underneath Hinduism will be Buddhism. Under Buddhism will be um, Islam. Under Islam will be Jewish. Um, I say mysticism, but Jewish belief system. Then underneath that would be Catholic. Underneath that would be Christian, whether it's Pentecostal, Baptist, and then it just starts going down that list. And then, of course, what is supreme to all that shit is non-denominational spiritualists, right? Because we understand that all things is and all things will forever be, right? If nothing had a beginning and nothing had an end, because it says that energy does not die, nor is it created, it just is, and it also transforms, then, bitch, we understand that all these religions are the same story, just told differently. Can we talk about it? So we don't get shooken by different belief systems because we understand their perspective, right? Whether we agree with it, we understand it. So as a spiritualist who is non-denominational, our main purpose is to see the spiritual experience and to understand why the human body does what it is that it motherfucking do. We know that the spirit is what moves the physical body. So once again, I don't hold it against people when they do things I don't agree with because I know it's the spirit behind it. I know that some of y'all spiritual programming is different from mine. And I can't fight you for it. And that's another thing too. We try to fight people for their own individuality. Bitch, I don't want you to be like me. So I'm not trying to change you. If you think popping pills and drinking all day is the thing to do, baby, trust me, I'm not trying to stop you. Because like, we all can't be sober. Let's talk about it. Because, bitch, then I might want to go out and do a little something, something, something. You know, I might want to go get my activated charcoal. Now, you hoes out here buying activated charcoal, and now it's not available for me. You know, we all can't be into crystal healing because I might want to give me some shungite, some hematite, or some fucking kyanite. And girl, now they sold out. So I don't mind that we're all different. I actually appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate the differenceness. You know, going into like-mindedness too. I know people that have the same mind as me, but we have different lifestyles. You know, I met an individual over the past 30 days or 60 days where they don't really see it for the LGBT people. They don't really see it for the trans experience or the gay experience. They don't care for it. They've learned to respect it. But we have so much stuff in common, y'all, from the food to the ideas to the upbringing, and we're the exact opposite as well. So like we're similar, but we're opposite. My spectrum would be a loving family, love my mother to death, you know, whatever she say goes, whatever. And then on that person's spectrum, they don't really care for their mother. They wish their mother would drop dead and blah, 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 going into siblings. So anyway, there's just a lot of stuff. Like I'm living in a parallel universe with this person. You know, they identify as male, you know, and they are a male, you know, I'm a woman. So it's so crazy. Like getting together, maybe, you know, girl, who knows? We might be each other's match. I don't know. But anyway, some interest on the show. But yes, honey. Come on in here. I noticed in Zoroastrianism, they just flipped the Asuras and the Devas. Yes. But they make the Asuras into one being and the Devas are evil. Real interesting. Right. Well, you know, even going into the Devas, starting with DAE, which means error, right? Error, right? Demons. The correct spelling of demons is actually DAEMON. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? And then you notice that monsters starts with MON, right? Monsters is MON. So they kind of take away words and put words in. Something I learned too a couple of years ago was if you ever feel like you're under a demonic attack, because we were talking about the 7 deadly sins and what demons are over them, like Beelzebub, Asmodeus. Asmodeus is over lust, and a lot of LGBT people I feel are under that influence. No shade, especially the sex working girls. But a lot of people are under that. Let me keep it here with y'all. So going into that, right, I learned that you can actually write out this demon's name 13 plus times. And after the 13 plus time, you start diminishing the letters from the name as you go downward. And it actually clears the demon. or it clears the energy out of the space that you're in, or even the area of the life that you're dealing with. So let's say, for a good example, how we do the petitioning on the paper, right? We're trying to manifest money. We'll write a petition out, we'll put the money sigil on it. Then we will have this letter of the energy that's over the money that's blocking it, because a lot of people don't know that either. We have angels that are over money, we have demons that are over money. A lot of people have money issues because the demons are ruling over the angelic energies, where there has to be a balance, right? Because you need the demonic energy to stop the other demonic entities from trying to attack your money, and then you need the angelic energies to keep it flowing, right? And so anyway, you would take that, you'll put it over that, and then burn whatever it is you're burning, candle, whatever, meditation. And it's weird how just shit just start falling in. So anyway, some of these shots I want to share with you, because we're talking about the Davids being evil and shit, or the Zoroastrians making them evil. Like a spell for some damn shoes, right? Now that's another thing too. These girls out here saying they're casting spells for shoes, but they can't cast spells to heal their diabetes. I mean, hell, one of the girls was she said she had a toxic vagina. It was publicized on newspaper. This lady tried to sue a doctor. This woman tried to sue a doctor, girl. She claims she's a witch and she grew up in this, right? But she tried to sue a doctor because she just kept losing her babies. And she said it's because she had a fucked up abortion. But of course, the courts threw it out because allegedly she had some type of VD, some type of venereal disease that ate up the tissue of her cervix. Okay, and it actually weakened the wall, and that's what made it to where she can have no motherfucking kids. But she tried to say this doctor was like mutilating, and that's what happens when you do an abortion too, girl. It is what it is. You want to do an abortion, girl? Look up the video. They stab it. They're stabbing that cervix, girl. They get in there. They're stabbing. Come on in here. Okay, hello. And so I'm like, girl, the idea that she was trying to say that the doctor did it when it was known that this bitch had a VD. Okay, it was known for VD. This bitch had a venereal disease. Hello. And so, anywho, that's what fucked up her pregnancy. So I'm just saying, cast a spell to cleanse that vagina. Cast a spell to get a real man. Cast a spell to be happy with yourself. Cast a spell to keep your health up. Who the fuck out here doing spells to buy fucking shoes? Girl, what the fuck? And how much are these shoes? Are they $50,000? Because, baby, I bet you the spell that they cast to get those shoes, some prostitute out there in Florida sucked 50 dicks to get it. Can we talk about it? Hello. I bet you the same shoes that they casted a spell to get, some drug dealer, some pimp, slapped up a few hoes, some drug dealers sold crack to a few people. Girl, hell, they got people out here selling pit bulls and shit for $5,000. Some puppy breeder got those shoes by selling a dog. And then we have the cast no spell. So can you make it make sense for me? Jay, I need you to message me who did a spell to get these shoes together so I can see what the fuck is going on. Because, baby, ain't no motherfucking way I'm casting a fucking spell to get some fucking shoes. Bitch, the fuck out of here. The fuck? Sick of the shit. Okay, come on here, Zuli. Yes, honey. I feel like the Abrahamic faith. Let me read right here. All come from Zoroastrianism, even though the people will say it's not. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does, honey. They all do, honey. Come on here, Tina. Yes, honey. I read that magic was religion before dogma. It sure was. Well, think about it too. Magic, like people are making magic so Hollywood nowadays, right? Our ancestors practiced magic, right? We're not going into casting spells and stuff. We're talking about understanding that we are a part of the earth. So they respected the earth, right? So they did certain things during certain times. And I would say this too, our ancestors were so connected to the whole universe that they knew when it was going to rain, right? Nowadays we have weather balloons telling us, and they're not accurate. But they knew to look into the sky at night and say, oh, it's going to rain for 3 days. They knew to look into the water, knew when the fish were coming in. They knew what time of the year without even knowing that without there even being a calendar. They knew what time of the year the buffaloes were going to be coming around so they can eat them. So these people were very inclined to magic. But nowadays, we're dealing with Harry Potter type of magic, girl. So It's definitely, religion, magic was religion before dogma. And the art of even connecting with spirit is magic. And that's the magic they don't want you to have. See, they tell us to be ourselves, but they want you to be like other people. You can't have your own thought process. You can't think for yourself. You know, the minute you start doing that, you're wrong, you're problematic, you're delusional, you might have schizophrenia, bipolar. I don't know. You might have something going on with you. You're making up shit. There might be some type of, delusion there. I don't know. But the minute you think like everyone else, then bitch, you're normal. You're normal, hon. So anyway, come on, Dee Dee. Yes, honey, where the heck have you been? Busy, Dee Dee. Yes, honey, how you been? Hope Texas treating you good, Dee Dee. But also God in Indo-European diets. Wait, say that again, Jay. But God is also in. Is that what you're saying? Asmodeus is the avatar for an older spirit. No, no, Asmodeus is not avatar for an older spirit. Asmodeus is actually uh one of the eldest spirits out there. Now there are energies that are under. They call them servitude spirits of that are under Asmodeus. Yes. Okay. Yes, honey. The same people online are talking about some Exus in Brazil, Papa Legba in Voodoo, Elegua in Lukumi, and Ishun Elegba in Nigeria are all different spirits. That's interesting. I could say I agree with that because I believe that the Christian Bible, Jesus, let me say this correctly. The modern day Bible, Jesus, is definitely not the original one. I'm willing to say that. I'm also willing to say that the Bible is very spiritual and astrological and numerical versus physical. I'm willing to say that too. Okay. Hello. We're getting into gateways and portals here. The moon, Garden of Eden, the sun being the sun and how it activates energy within us. Can we talk about it right now? And then also going into 33 and how, the sun activates a chemical within our body. Going into 33rd degree, which represents the sun rays and all that. Like it gets into some deep shit, girl. Masonry, some real deep shit. Okay. Also going into why Bill Gates is so focused on blocking out the real sun. Because baby, we're activating, we're waking up. Okay. Our spirits are elevating. Come on in here. The physical body is altering because of the spiritual body, right? We're evolving, but the spiritual body is feeling the shift, right? And so the brain is also experiencing that. So now we have more anxiety. We have more people going through mental issues right now. Like it's really high right now. It's really high. There's definitely a shift going on. Yes, honey. Fashion shoes below income apartment. Right, Aunty. Listen, I never understood that neither. There was this guy I knew who had a very nice car, baby, in Stockton. Very nice car. But baby, listen, baby, I was surprised to know this motherfucker lived on the south side and had this nice ass car. But guess what? He had the car up on the motherfucking grass in front of the fucking window. Just in case somebody broke in, he can get him. Okay? But I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, fuck, bro. Yes, honey. It was a TikTok Wiccan who said that, but why was it through a video response to the spiritualist who you talk like he was punched in his mouth? Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said it was through a TikTok Wiccan who said that, but why was it through a video response to the spiritualist who talked like you and he was punched? See, that's why I have a gun, though. See, that's why I'm licensed to carry. Because I wish a bitch would think they're going to pop me, my motherfucking my bitch, because I'm popping you. See, I already came up with this idea in my mind that I'm not going to go for the brain or the heart. If I ever need to pop someone, I'm going for the toes, the kneecaps, or the hands. I want you to be in pain. I want you to still be conscious because, babe, I'm read you the fuck down when I'm doing it too. And it might be a series of events. It might be pepper spray. I'm going to season you up first because I've had this fascination with pepper spraying someone. But it might be a pepper spray first, then it be a tase, and then it'd be a blow, because I want to show when the law gets involved that I gave you warning. Your Honor, I first told this individual to step back. They didn't step back. Clearly, I maced them 20 feet away, okay, or even 10 feet away, however close they were to me. And it depends on the situation, because I might tase you first, tase you, then mace you. Because the taser, you got to be up on me for me to get that. And that'll be evidence that you were on me. And then I would say, Your Honor, well, they got maced first. So they were really close to me. And then I had to tase them, Your Honor. And as you could see from the witnesses and the video footage, that I didn't run up on them, they ran up on me. And so that's why I also have cameras in my car too, by the way. And then, Your Honor, I felt threatened because I have a phobia of germs, and it's documented. I'm a germaphobe. So the idea that this person could have had chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, or even AIDS, and, the idea that they may get up on me and their saliva, because I don't know if I got a wound on me or not. I don't know. I have dogs, I have long nails. I don't know. They approached me, they got up on me. I really wanted to keep my distance. They didn't give a fuck. And so I had to blah bam. It was the feet, the knee, or the hand, because I really was not trying to take them out, Your Honor. And then I would delay people from calling the police. See, it'll be a whole process, because if I want you to go, they would say they passed away from bleeding to death through gunshots through the hands, the knees, or the feet. See, if I went for the head or the neck, they said I was trying to take you out, and I may go to jail for life. Yes, I may be having to fight a case. But with the hands, the knees, and the hands, the knees, or the feet, baby, I gave you warning. And Your Honor, I only did them in the kneecaps because I didn't want them to come towards me. I did them in the feet because I didn't want them to come towards me. I did them in the hands because they were raising that hand up. And better yet, girl, see, like, I'm not gonna tell you all my secrets, but that's how I would work it. It will be mace, tase, gun. Okay, and trust when I tell you this. They're all within that order of grabbing too. See, the first thing I grab for is the mace. I also have bear spray right in my car. I got some in my house as well. Sabry, shout out to Sabry. But I got my bear mace in my car, so I grab that first. Okay, and then I reach up because I'm gonna have to cluck you in the head with it first. So see, I already gave you a warning on top of that. You got clucked, you got maced. Okay, and then I went into the other steps, Your Honor. So they're gonna let me go. On top of that, identify as a white woman. Okay, hello. Identify as a white woman. Nowhere does say I'm anything else outside of, when I talk to people, I say I'm Latina or, multiracial, indigenous, whatever. But public record, I'm white. When I fill out application, I say I'm a Caucasian. Yes, I do. Bitch, what? Shoot me. Okay. When I had to do that questionnaire at that one place, I said I was a white woman. Of course, the lady looked at me like I was weird. She thought she was going to change it. I said, bitch, bye. Do I need to bring my birth certificate, ma'am? It says Caucasian. Okay. Don't do that. So she didn't do it. At least she didn't do it to my face. But anyway, babe, they're going to let me go. They're going to let me go, honey. I tried to. And baby, don't let it be a bitch. Listen. Let me not tell y'all to run around what I'm going to do, because y'all might try to do it. But I just have this planned out. When I was training to get my firearm, I said, baby, what am I going to do? Because I don't want to ever have to just go for it. In my home, if you're ever in my home, God have mercy on your soul. And girl, you better hope that you're a good citizen, that you're going to heaven. Because baby, when I tell you that there's weapons galore up in here, bats, aluminum bats, aluminum bats, we have knives, we have pocket knives, we have daggers, we have swords, we got bricks. We got poles, bitch, we got plants. Bitch, like, let's talk about it. Not to mention, a lot of people don't know this, I'm black belt trained in karate. Bitch, you better do your research on me. I'm black belt trained in karate. I dated MMA fighters. Bitch, I know Capera. Bitch, I'm good with my feet. Bitch, I could be a kickboxer. So mind you, if I get you in my house, I really gave you warning. Because, baby, I'm going for the first thing is the bat. I need to get a bat to, disable you. Then I'm going to go for the other items because, baby, you're playing me. And, baby, this is my home. I should feel secured here. I have babies. I have fur babies. So, Your Honor, they came into my home. They disrespected my sanctuary. Okay? I'm a very religious woman. The fact that the demon allowed them to come in, I had to stop them with the bat. Your Honor, the bat did not stop them. My babies were barking. They were getting irate. One of my babies have anxiety, Bella. When she gets anxiety, she bites any and everybody. And so I had to stop him with the pole. And then the pole didn't work out. So then I had to grab my dagger. And your honor, as you can see, I just cut his wrists. I didn't do anything else. I could have slit the throat. I could have got the jugular, but I did the wrist, your honor. I started with the wrist. Now, you're right, your honor. I could have started with the tip of the finger. I could have said, but I said, no, let's do the wrist, the wrist. And that's what we did, Your Honor. And it was very traumatizing for me because it's also documented in my medical record that I don't like to see blood. And that's unfortunate because, I'm in the field where I have to see blood. But I'm not a fan of blood. So for me to draw blood from you, you have to really get me together. You have to really get me together. So that's also going to go with me into where I'm going to get out. And then I'm going to make it to where you entered without me giving you permission. I will kick my own door in. Bitch, I will make sure while you're down on your floor at the living room, in the room, whatever, wherever you're at, because it's going to happen inside. Okay? Because if you're outside, it's up for the public. So if I get you outside, I got to pull you in my house. So I'm always going to have a tarp. Okay? Because let's talk about it. I'm going to have a tarp, so I might have to pull your body in. It might be a 300-pounder person. I don't know. But anyway, wherever you're at, okay, I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to shut the door. And I'm going to take my feet. Better yet, you know what? Let me not tell y'all my secret. Because I listen. Baby, let me not tell y'all my secrets. But baby, just like I said, you are going to be shit out of luck either way. You attack me, baby. It's going to be, listen. You attack me, bitch. You better think twice. And I'm not even a fighter guy. I'm a lover. So it's already it takes a lot to provoke me. I don't have a criminal record. I just, I pay my taxes, I volunteer, I'm just a good person. And the fact that I have to get you together speaks a lot about you. Okay. And so like I said, I'm gonna be good all the way, okay. People are now letting TikTok teach them how to be magical. Girl, people, listen, this bitch trying to tell me about cleaning like TikTok. This is just like when you clean up, what do you use first? This. Oh, well, according to my studies, what's your studies? TikTok. Bitch, fuck TikTok. Okay? They won't hide minds in this society. Ooh, in this society. You said it. The term God is Indo-European. Oh, the term God in Indo-European is diocese. Okay, come on in here. Yes, honey. Well, that's also why they say Jesus, right? Yes. Can we talk about it? Asmodeus only masculine. Asmodeus is actually very masculine. He's a lustful magician. And I've seen some girls work that energy. Jay, I know this girl right now who is not the best looking girl. She's very nasty. But this bitch could get anybody naked. And I'm not even joking. Listen, baby, listen. This bitch got pastors naked, minister naked. Girls out here talking about they man don't like this type of girl. Listen. She get them all naked, bitch. I'm telling you this right now, all of them. And if she can't get you through her words, she can pay you. This bitch makes $600 plus a day, hoping that she will have to pay somebody for some nudes. Like, Jesus, what? You lost your fucking mind. Anyway, Asmodeus is definitely her head. Okay? That's why these hoes talk about they demons and shit, girl. Demons what? What the fuck these demons got you, girl? Not a damn thing. You're still black. You're still bummy. You're still basic. You're still broke. Okay, hello. Can we talk about it? Can one of these demons do you like they did on Love Country? Remember when the black girl transitioned herself into a white woman? Y'all remember that? Where the magician was able to turn herself into a white man, and she put a spell on this black woman. What did she do? I think she resurrected. No, she did shapeshift into her boyfriend that died. He was handsome. He turned out that black woman. She was able to shapeshift into a white woman. She got a job as a white woman. That's the type of magic I want to see from these so-called witches. Can I see that from these so-called witches? Like when they put a spell on somebody. Can I see that type of magic? Or your magic ain't working? Because I'm that black bitch that transitioned into that white bitch. And I get it too. Maybe I can show you how. Talk about glamour spells. Glamour spells to do what? Still have fucked up ass credit? Huh? Y'all doing glamour spells out here to still be a single black woman and man? Ah, girl. Oh, what a disgrace. Oh, I don't want to call myself a witch no more. Oh my God. Oh, girl. I'm so traumatized. Oh, girl. Listen, I might need to get into a therapy session sooner than later. Because baby, the idea of what I'm seeing and what is going on, I can't. I can't, girl. I can't, girl. I can't. I can't. I'm shook. I'm shooken up right now. My hands are. I think I have Parkinson's. Some girl. I'm shaking, girl. I'm shaking right now, baby. I'm shooketh. Okay, I'm sick of that. Okay, so would you say that these different versions of Elegua are various spirits, or are they all in service to one big Legua or Legua? I would say that there's a major spirit, a major energy, and every energy is an avatar of that energy. Same thing with the Orishas. There's one major creator, Olong Olofi, right? And then Olodumare, whatever. And then underneath that energy, and not whatever being disrespectful, but of course, girl, we can go into deep science of that name and what it means and where it comes from and blah, 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 blah. But then there's Orishas underneath that, which they're all the same being. They're just different expressions of that being, right? As going into the Patakis of Oshun and Yimoya, right? They are sisters, they are mother and daughter. Sometimes they're the same person. Yeah, these are all the same energies, just different representations of it. Like we all are, right? Our mother and father are the main source of energy, and then we come out of them and we're everything that our parents are, but yet we're all different. Can we talk about it? We're all different. We got the same mom, same dad, but still come out with different personalities, different ways, blah, blah, blah. But still, aspects of us are still both our mother and father. So think about that for a minute. We are the Orishas. Hello! The leg has main art. The leg has main artery bleed out. Well, you said it. Listen, that's why I'm going for the kneecaps, Dee. I'm telling you right now, you think you're going to see me and slap me up, bitch. You got nothing coming. And don't let me have one of my people with me, honey, because I try not to go anywhere by myself. Sometimes I have to. But don't let me have one of my people with me because they will tackle. They got no problem tackling. And that's why I don't show them in public neither, because if they take you out, I don't know what happened. Hello! See, you got to cross your T's and dot your I's. See, if I got on camera with one of my people and I say, hey, this is blah, 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 and you saw them, right? You screenshot it. Something go down, you get summons to court, and you say, yes, I know that person. That's Mr. Leo. That's Mr. Cancer. That's Mr. Yeah, that's Mr. Bobaloba. You will be able to figure that out. See, you've never seen him, so you wouldn't be able to know who the fuck he is. See, the only people that would know who the fuck he is if the people in person who met him. And a lot of times I like them to shapeshift too. See, Mr. Aries and Mr. Leo, they know how to switch up. They like to give the hardcore look. They can also be a soft type of person. Sometimes they put on the shades, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have on shades and hoodies and shit. Clean cut, So, like I said, this is why I don't show the people, because if you have to get got, baby, I could say I don't know anything about it. Can we talk about it? And then the court say, well, we need you to show who these people are, because they said that they know, but baby, these people work and you can't make me show them. Can we talk about it? Hello. And baby, you gonna be done anyway. So you got to move smartly, people. Don't show everybody on camera and don't let people know. Let them think that you by yourself, that you're single, and oh my God, yeah, run up. Show up to my house. Show up. Yeah, you see me out in public, the location is on and it shows you that I'm at, a particular location. Show up to the location. All you got to do, show up, that's it. They watching, I'm watching, and girl, it is what it is. Girl, we got hand signals and all that down. I haven't got body signals because sometimes I got bags in my hands. So I can't throw up anything, girl. Sometimes I do movements, girl. Hello. Like, hey, baby, that's just what it is. Girl, hello, you got to secure yourself, honey. So, it is what it is. I forgot her name too, but she went off, right. I remember the video you made on Legua. You did say that they venerated in different cultures, but it all is service in one deity under the law of one. Right. I'm telling you right now. That's the very interesting thing about spirituality. Oh, it's about to be 12 o'clock, y'all. Listen. I woke up at 6:30, I believe 6:40. I did a little bit of cleaning. I actually changed the bedding on in my guest room. Because I said I thought one of my visitors was coming today, but they'll be here on Friday instead. And I think I'm going to take me a little nap and start my day. Damn, I don't even know what I'm going to have for dinner now because I wanted to have something with them because I know they like certain food. And now I'm like, fuck, what am I going to have? Am I going to have me a burger and some fries? Am I going to make me... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, y'all, love and light. Thank you for stopping by. It was good seeing all of my fellow people, my fellow mystics. Be good to yourself, y'all. Stay positive, okay? And you know I'm still here. People sending me emails. They be like, Mystic, do you still do magic? Yes, I do, honey. Yes. Okay. If you could check out the website, I'm still available. Okay. If you could type in www, I like to fuck for free, baby, I'm that one. Okay. Hello. Okay. And fucks is spelled Phucks. And free is spelled Phre. And the PH means highest of the degree. So fucks is like fuck with your head. I love to fuck for free. There we go, honey. And then we get into PH. We know that's also symbolic for 69, 69, 69, which also brings in the ultimate 369 energy, which means that everything turns out to be 369 in the motherfucking environment. Anyway, 369 is the number sequence that's throughout the whole universe in every sense and every motherfucking way. It takes 3 to turn into 6 to turn into motherfucking 9. And also the bottom line is motherfucking 3. So when you get into your higher self, you're working with 3 levels of self. You have the lower self, the mid self, and the higher self. Can we talk about it? Or that's too deep for tonight? It's too deep for tonight. Anyway, y'all, it was good seeing you all. I love y'all, of course, honey. I will definitely try to be here more often. We will be doing something exciting on Monday. Okay, Monday. Okay, I will come back and do something exciting. Okay, we have been, getting some strange information about a lot of strange things going on out here. And I just want to touch bases on you guys with that. Another thing too, do y'all remember that there was a story about a park over there in the East Coast? I think it was in Maryland, where people would go missing. If anybody got that information, can y'all send it to me? Because I saw a clipping of it on YouTube, and I've watched so many videos, girl. So when I looked at my history, girl, I can't find it because I've seen so many videos. But I came across a video on it, and somebody was talking about it when I brought it up years ago. So can someone message me that information? Because I would like to know, I want to do something on that park. I want to, tap in and see. It's a huge park. It's some right across the street from a project or something. I don't know, some stupid girl. All the joggers go missing, kind of like Central Park. All the joggers get violated or attacked. Central Park is another, scandalous place, girl. See, a lot of y'all love New York, and there's no shade with New York, but that is a demonic place. Okay, a lot of sexual assaults happen. A lot of disrespectful things happen. Some of the shit go unreported. Y'all gonna say because it's a big area, but San Francisco is just as big, and shit like that don't happen like that. Okay, Hunter's Point, yes. Okay, but yeah, over to New York, it's a lot with a lot. Okay, a lot of people go missing. They find body parts down the line. I feel like there's bodies in a tank. Y'all water system got bodies in it. Anyway, that ain't my business. It's just a lot with a lot. Okay, and so anyway, honey, ooh, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, can y'all send it to me? Yes, love and light, y'all. Right, put the question mark. Come on in there, Jay. Yes, Jay. I'll also be emailing you too, okay, Jay? Because tomorrow is the day. It's something supernatural going on with these parks. Of course, I think that parks are portals. I think that parks, especially national parks, see, we can go back in history of human history, like mountains are tree stumps. So we had trees that were like very tall. Like the redwoods still have the oldest trees in America for sure. The redwoods in the Bay Area. So these trees are like tall and old. So all these mountains Like, girl, these were trees, right? These are trees. And so these trees are big. So anyway, going into this, so trees have energy, right? Not just trees, everything has energies, because they said that we have a sequence of chromosomes or genes within our body that's found in every living thing on this planet, right? There's a sequence of genes that everything that have existed on this planet have, including water. So literally, what happens is when you have a place like a park, you literally have all these elements, right? In these parks. Let's go into national parks. So I feel like these trees that were established were used as wormwoods or traveling, gateways. What ended up happening is people started then turning these into parks, places for people to visit, and it started absorbing energy. What happens when energy is fed, right? They say there's a big system. One reason why religion is so important. There's a dead energy, or there's a system of energy that's not really powerful. The only way that it becomes powerful is if other energy help charge it up. By way of how we help charge up God is through prayer, right? And praises. And it's work with any deity, any religion, right? If you stop praying to God, if you stop, praising God, that energy will die out and we'll see a whole lot of shit going on. Big shift. Anyway, with these parks, that's what happened. These people are going to these parks and they're just so fascinated with, oh my God, this tree is 1,000,000 years old. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. Oh my God, this. And guess what happened? The energy is getting fed. So now the worlds are being, the veil is being thinned, and now people are having weird realities. Another thing too that just came up too for me now that we're talking about it, a lot of rituals happened at trees. A lot of rituals happened even in mountainous places. Even right now as we speak, there's a lot of rituals that happen in mountains. So these energies, these sacrifices, right? Why a lot of places we're not going to, but in Mexico, they have a lot of demonic energies, a lot of demonic experiences. It opens up portals. And so you have 1,000,000+ people that were brought to these places and they were slaughtered because, of course, they're not going to tell us the real story about the pilgrims. Hello, can we talk about it? They're not going to tell us the real stories about the pilgrims. But I'm willing to believe that these pilgrims were using these parks as a slaughterhouse for these Indians. So you out here taking the people that are of this land, because we are of the earth, right? We're of the earth and the stars. Can we talk about it? The flesh is of the earth and the soul is of the stars. Can we talk about it? So what happens is when they brought these people and they slaughtered these indigenous people, and that's why they're having bad luck now. They're having bad luck right now. Could we talk about it? But they slaughtered these Indians, these indigenous people to these lands, these people that cultivated and kept these lands up. What do you think is going to happen? Their energy is going to multiply. See, that's another thing too I've been thinking about you black folks too, as a side note. You live in the South, and they're telling you that black folks was enslaved in the South, and they were ripping and lashing and murdering and killing off. Why don't you Southern witches get together, conjure up that energy, and start wiping out that bloodline? See, that's the type of magic I want to see. Why don't y'all come together and work your way? Why don't you figure out what the Underground Railroad was at, right? And see where these, because see, Kentucky, oh, now that we're talking about it, baby, the spirit just is just follow right now. Kentucky is one state that magic needs to step up and step out and show something. Because see, it's not going to happen in Tennessee because girl, the magic is still practiced over there in the mountains of Tennessee. But Kentucky, girl, they still got a lot of that fucking shit over there. Indiana too. Let's not forget Indiana too. Y'all got a lot of KKK people over there too, girl. You got to be careful at night and shit over there. But Kentucky, every time I think about Kentucky, because I got people out there, that state right there have a lot of racist history, and there's still a lot of racial, satanic rituals that take place over there. So all y'all need to come together. All you witches out there, girl, North Carolina too. They still doing shit over there too, girl. Y'all need to come together, figure the shit out, and get these motherfuckers together. Because see, I really, like I said, I'm really believing that y'all ain't really got magic. I'm willing to bet that the magic ain't real. The magic ain't magicking, ain't magicking. I'm willing to bet that these hoes that are claiming that they're magicians, that they nothing but motherfucking liars. Cause see, I was telling this to one of my sisters the other day that magic. Oh, girl, that smells good. One, I just got a whiff of my Hawaiian Breeze. Plug it in. Um, my people, and it's way over there in the other room. But and it's like, wow, it's coming back here. I plugged it in 2 hours ago. Anyway, what I was telling one of my sisters was magic is also a term used for scamming and doing drugs. And see, that's what the creepy thing about it is, right? This is lingo for the modern day people. Magic with scamming is shape shifting because you're taking on another identity, right? Same thing with drugs, you're shape shifting. The drugs is altering your reality, it's altering your sense of self. You're taking on new identities. And so they call it magic. And so a lot of these people out here that are claiming that they're magicians and shit, and they're connected to Ufu, Obo, Ginde, and also the good shit. A lot of people are drug addicts. We're going to call a spade a spade. They're drug addicts. They're recovering drug addicts. They still on fucking drugs. They pop pills, Xanax, Percocets. And I'm just like, sis, that's not a motherfucking magic, girl. You're just a loony tuned ass bitch that can't think for herself, honey. Anyway, that's it with that. Okay, there are magical places in parks, honey. I actually like to do a lot of my rituals in a park. When I travel places, I like to, get down and get dirty in a park, honey. Hello! Are they doing too much in New York? Yeah, honey. Look it up. They do some very fucked up shit over there. It's a lot that goes on here in Georgia. Yes. Well, Georgia is also a magical place. Georgia also has Georgia was actually, certain parts of Georgia, where there was a lot of major ritualistic events took place. It was a place where a lot of racial things also happened. They had a lot of people. They had tribes of people that were lost in Georgia. Hell, you have people that were lost in Georgia. You have a whole damn civilization of people that got lost in Georgia. So you have these ritualistic killings. What type of energy you think is going to happen if the energy is in the blood? Can we talk about it's in the blood? It's in the blood. Okay, so there's a lot that goes on in Georgia, and we're gonna touch base with Georgia too. We're gonna tap into the demonic frequency in Georgia as well. Because see, Georgia is linked up to Chicago, and we talked about this before. Illinois is linked up with Georgia. We talked about this before, and there's another place too, which I'm not gonna stay up on here. It's a triangle. They're also motherfucking connected. Okay, and that's why a lot of people from Atlanta originate in Chicago, and now I find out too their ass is coming over here to San Diego. And I said, baby, I'm gonna have to go down there with some of my sisters and brothers, and we're gonna have to do something, girl, because girl, we can't have these motherfuckers making their way over here. I mean, I already think the motherfuckers make their way over there to the Bay Area, girl, do all that dumbass shit they're doing now, girl, stealing and shit. Ain't nobody in California doing that dumb shit. Girl, they would have been done did it. You think it's the Californians going into CVS shit, stealing liquor and shit? No, it's you dumbass motherfucking people visiting. I say that respectfully, honey. Suck of it! Trees for giants. Yes, honey, they were big. See, it's really amazing to think about how tall. Like we at one point was like 50 feet tall. We at one point was like they found the tallest skeletons in America in the California cave. It was a 39-foot woman with her baby. Y'all gotta look it up. It's some very interesting. There's a lot of mysterious things that go on that is happening and covered it up. Even to think about that, America was mostly lakes. We had ancient lakes in America. The Grand Canyon. Think about that. The Grand Canyon was a stream. And that's big as fuck. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Or is that too deep for now? It's a little too deep right now. The Grand Canyon is another phenomenal experience. If you've never been there, you need to go there. Lake Havasu. Come on here. Shout out to Lake Havasu. Come on, Love Me Fro. How you doing? How you doing, Lake Love Me Fro? Pilgrims were cannibals. They were eating the Indians while they were killing them. They were eating their flesh. And see, that's a little nasty thing too about it, because I was told as well that a lot of these slave masters were cannibals too. See, we're gonna call a spade a spade. According to my research and my little experiment that I did, These masters were cannibals too. See, they were eating the testicles and the penile tissue of these black men, hoping that it was going to make them bigger. They even were going into sex match, and they thought that getting the semen of these black men, eating the semen or getting inside their body was also going to change their DNA, because they knew that science. They knew that your DNA could be altered by what goes inside of it. Can we talk about it for a minute? Or y'all not ready for that? They knew the science of when you consume something that has DNA and RNA like semen does, your body takes on that energy, even if it's for a little bit. So that's why even going into eating animals, we have to eat halal or kosher, because we take on that animal when we eat it. We gain what they call it. I think about this all the time. We gain when they see the, oh my God, what the fuck was that? Anyway, it'll come to me. But we gain that energy. And if we're eating it every day, we're bringing that energy every day. And imagine eating different meat all day, every day from different places, girl, that is not halal or kosher. Imagine what type of energies you're pulling on. But anyway, but that's what they were doing. They were sucking off these slaves. They were getting fucked by these slaves. They were doing a lot of homosexual things. The women were doing it too, using the vaginal fluids, using the period blood of these black women. They were doing a lot of stuff, like they call Seminex. They were taking a cell, they tried to pull, like Henrietta was the first woman that they took her uterine cells because she had uterine cancer. Like, girl, y'all are playing with us in our motherfucking face. You always knew this. And so they were doing this type of shit. And it worked for some of them because they had the power, they had the strength. That's how they were able to dominate certain people. But then some of them also got dominated and got fucked over. And that's why I say you can't tell me that these slaves willingly, for 350 years, willingly got abused, willingly got shackled, I don't believe that. They can tell y'all that story. I don't believe that. They fought back. They fought back, honey. They fought the fuck back. And if it wasn't through getting you together, they poisoned you. So these people are dying at 34 and 28 years old. Do your research on these slave masters. Some of these slave masters dying and shit young. Dying at 28 and shit. How the fuck that happened? Because they were poisoning the motherfuckers. But they were cannibals too. I think America have a long history of cannibalism. I do. And I don't trust people. I don't trust them. You love meat, you'll love me. Let's talk about it. If you love meat, you'll love me, honey. I don't trust your ass. I ain't sleeping while you're sleeping. I ain't sleeping at your motherfucking house. Bitch, fuck that. Okay? I low-key think some of these native witches were fucking the pilgrims and stuff up. They were getting them together. If Tatuba an indigenous witch was able to get on top, I definitely think there were other native witches getting down. It was. Yeah, there were. Especially the idea that voodoo was brought to Americas from the Caribbeans and the African slaves were practicing it. That's not like make it make sense that these black people knew voodoo, and y'all said that voodoo is powerful, right? Why were they not getting the slave masters together then? Why were they not able to do magic to overturn laws? Why were they not able to do magic to make a plague happen to where all white people were affected by the plague? Can we talk about it for a minute? Like they did with the COVID-19. Only certain people got affected by it. Can we talk about it? We can talk about it, honey. That sounds like there will be some vengeful spirits, right? Pilgrims are ate the flesh of their dead. I know that's right. They did. The slave masters did too. And I'm not taking that back. They ate horse meat too. I know. That's why a lot of them look like that. Ugh. That's why a lot of them look like horses, honey. You are what you eat. A lot of them have horse faces, don't they? And some of these black folks do too, because they're descendants of them, honey. Let's talk about it. They got horse faces too. They ate horse meat, and the meat became the flesh. Ow! Okay. But listen, girl, I'm really gonna go now, okay? Girl, we're gonna do some more videos, okay, y'all? We're gonna do some more videos, honey, and talk about some tea. I'll try not to be gone for too long. Can we do that? I got to be in a certain space and energy when I deal with y'all, honey. My people, y'all fragile. Y'all fragile, you're sensitive to energies, and I don't want to project certain things onto y'all, and yeah. So, yeah, honey, I'll come back in a couple of days, okay? But look at the health problems affecting Americans today too. Right, you said it. I also think there's a lot of I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of I don't think there's a lot of demonic frequency and shit like that. Because I think that a lot of diseases are brought on by demonic frequencies and stuff too. Can we talk about it for a minute? I think that a lot of things that Americans are faced with right now are demonic frequencies being sent out. That's what I think. Hell, during COVID-19, we had a separation of the self, aka cells, and they were basically saying that we were out of toilet paper, but we were never out of liquor. Can someone make it make sense? We were never out of liquor, but we were out of toilet paper and the other necessities. On top of that, think about this for a minute too. On top of that, during the first year of having COVID, there was more people having alcohol issues. They were having issues, side effects from drinking alcohol too much versus the actual COVID patients. There was more people being hospitalized for liver problems from drinking a lot during COVID than there were actual COVID patients in the American hospitals during the first year. Make that make sense. And y'all think that it's normal for the shit that is going on now? It's not about demonic frequency. That's why I stay prayed up. I keep my crystals on me. I stay hydrated with my crystally charged water. My mind, I listen to my binaural beats. I listen to my frequencies, my affirmations. I try to have positive thoughts as much as I can. If something negative comes in, I immediately try to, think twice about it. So yeah. Yeah, honey. Did the European witches lose their connection? How long was that? The European witches. So I believe this. I believe that European. How can I say this in a nice way? I think that the Europeans who came to America was actually kicked out of Europe. First things first. I think they were actually kicked out of Europe. They were exiled. They were exiled out of Europe, and that's to make them come over here to America instead. Right. And we go into magic, we go into bloodlines being separated, blah, 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 blah. We can get into all that, But that's what happened. Did they lose their connection to magic is what I'm assuming. And how long was that? I do believe they lost their magic, because I think that something happened, right? I think that magically something happened. Just like the old story about all people came from Africa. A Black woman gave birth to an albino baby. Nobody liked albinos, even like they don't like them right now in Africa. During this time, there was, a passageway for them to get through Europe from Africa. And what ended up happening is that thing disappeared, however that happened. And I'm saying that thing because I wouldn't even know what to call it. And they were stuck in Europe. So then you had people that were developing from these beings of people, albino. Now, the crazy thing about it is they also gave birth to dark-skinned kids. So that's why I tell people, even if you do your history on the Caucasus Mountain, when people say that white people are Caucasian, I have to disagree with them because you also had Vikings that were Black. You also have a tribe of people from the Caucasus Mountain that were also Black, brown, or dark skin. Okay. And so I don't agree with it. And we're talking about from like thousands of years ago, not 200, not 100. We're talking about like 20,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. Look it up. In fact, they even said that Neanderthals looked like the first woman was a Neanderthal and she was a Black woman. Look it up. Y'all think I'm lying? Look it up. I'm going to make this shit up. Look it up. Look the shit up, girl. Hello, look it up, girl. And bones have, they can identify shit through bones, and bones have cells and shit inside the shit, so they can actually look the shit up and see what the shit is. But so I do think they lost connection in the sense of the ones that are here. The Europeans who are in America, I do believe they lost their senses, and not all of them. I do believe most of them did. I think they have their magic pulled from them, and that's why they're so fascinated with magic. In Hollywood, we have a lot of European, they would say Jewish, same thing, not nowadays. European, Jewish, same fucking thing, bitch. I say that with all due respect. Because we know what the real Jews were really given. But that's not my business. So they make movies about magic because they're fascinated by it. The shit was pulled from them. Right? Just like anyway, I won't get into that because that'll become a race thing, honey. Just like something happened to black people. I think black people go through a lot of shit all throughout the world because I think it's a magical thing too. And you definitely could get your magic back. This is why a lot of people that are black and conscious, they're becoming awakened, right? You have a lot of black people turn away from the churches because they're becoming aware of their abilities. And so, unfortunately, they're still being misled because they're using their abilities for the wrong reason. Instead of uplifting, pouring in, you're actually destroying. And that's exactly why God took the abilities away the first fucking time. Okay? You are the prototype. Okay. And I don't think modern day black people are the same as previous black people. And I stand on that too. I don't think modern day black people are equivalent to God's original creation of black people. Just like I don't think that modern day white people is the original creation of white people. I don't believe it. You can't convince me that you're the smartest people, but yet you do the dumbest shit. You can't convince me of that. Okay. You can't even convince me the black people nowadays are the same black people from 1950. Some of you might think that you are, but you can't convince me of that neither. Okay. Anyway. So yes, I do feel like they lost their connection, and I do feel like that connection has been now a few hundred years. I really even think going into the second witch trial was actually a test to see who was the real ones, who was the fake ones. Fortunately, the real ones did not get hanged, and taken out. But it's done a number on people. And so yes, I do believe that. For how long? 300 plus years. Okay. You'll email me. Thank you, Dee Dee. I'll be looking for that. So the land is lashing out at its inhabitants. That's real scary. It happens like you said before. There needs to be people cultivating the land spiritually. Right. Right. Because we're on our way, honey. Hello. That's real sad. Yes, honey. Injections bring evil into the body and stop intuitive abilities. Well, you said it. Also, certain metals. They said they found metals inside of um the injections, right? Or the COVID vax. And certain metals block out certain energies. And we know that we get energies from the sun. That's why they say that people who had COVID had a low vitamin D, right? People who had COVID was deficient in vitamin D. Vitamin D is already in our body, but it takes the sun to activate it. So already in that, it's telling you that the metals of the vaccine actually blocks out your absorption of something from the sun, because they go into sun rays stuff. But just like we're a system, the sun is a system. The sun has energy that's sent to us. Hence why they even called it corona. Can we talk about it? And corona is actually a gas that the sun emits. Can we talk about it? And then it also goes into the crown. And even going into the Bible, it said that God gave his one and only son to the world. We only have one son. So the sun represents royalty. It's connected to gold. It deals with crown. It deals with royalty. So there's a lot that happened. Even going into the fall of the king or the queen of England. I said it right the first time, but whatever. Even the fall of her. Just an example of reality shifting and things coming to the light. So yes, it definitely allowed things to stop. I also think too I'm not going to say that. Never mind. But yes, blocking the abilities to think and to feel. And that's why a lot of people are going crazy too, honey. Do you think that the native witches were the reason a lot of the Euro witches lost their power? No. Because I think that a lot of pilgrims were here because they were exiled. They were looking for a place to go, and just happened they landed up over here. That's what I believe. In that sense. So they lost their powers because they were stripped from their powers when they were forced away from their land. That's why we keep saying, practice the magic of your land. Practice the magic of your land. Okay? And so they were stripped away from that. Now going into meeting up with these native witches and stuff, things are also done too. See, I think that these indigenous people showed them secrets. This is why you got to watch it too, girl. You can't be, girl, you just because people act like you, listen, just because somebody is acting like they're your friend, you can't tell them everything and show them everything. The indigenous people fucked up. They felt comfortable. They trusted these people. And girl, I mean, hell, we were talking about moonshine and shit. Alcohol is also a potion. Can we talk about it? Pills and potions. Nikki knew what she was talking about. That bitch. That muskrat looking bitch. Anyway, but yes, honey, they came up with a potion. Indians are very sensitive to alcohol. That's one way of you knowing actually that you have indigenous blood. Indigenous Native American people are very sensitive to alcohol. So that was one way that the pilgrims were able to get them. They gave them liquor, and people who can drink a lot and not be affected by it, they're mostly European blooded because European people can handle liquor. Let's talk about it. White people can handle liquor. If you have a lot of white in your blood, you can handle liquor. And a lot of Mexicans got white in their blood. Let's talk about the Spanish people, honey, the conquistadors, bitch. That's why they can drink like that. The indigenous Mexicans can't drink like that. One sip and they're out. Same thing with any indigenous tribe, even brown skinned people who identify as black that are indigenous. Like myself, I cannot drink alcohol. I tried all different alcohol, watered down alcohol, white water. Like it fucks me up. And bitch, people think this shit is funny. That's how I do it. Bitch, I remember one time we went to Applebee's. I had their little dollar liquor. This bitch had like 7 or 8 of them. I drink the shit and girl, I instantly felt it. Baby, I had to get literally driven home off of one little drink, dollar drink for Applebee's, because bitch, it hit me so hard. And they were just laughing like, oh my God, this. And I'm like, girl, like, I feel like I'm under attack right now. Like I was slurring my words. I felt like I was there, but I wasn't in control. It was scary. It was really scary. And they thought the shit was funny. So I said, I don't care to drink. I don't. People give me, wine and shit. I got so much wine over here. Vodka and shit. Russian vodka. Vodka from all over the world here that people have brought me. But I'm like, girl, I don't drink. So that's how they got them too. They gave them the alcohol, which basically blocked off their abilities. Because remember, these indigenous people were very intuitive. They knew when something wasn't right. So they blocked them off and it fucked them up. That's why being in drunkenness is a sin, because it really takes away all of your spiritual abilities. You can't say that you're powerful and then you drink like that. Alcohol strips you away of your power. And I'm willing to believe drugs do too, regardless of what you think. People say they get high and they think better and all that good shit. That's an illusion. That's an illusion, girl. You cannot tell me that you can outthink me and I'm sober. Yeah. I'm willing to bet my top dollar on that. Bitch, meet up with me with your fattest blunt and let's have an intellectual conversation. Hello. And I'll run laps around your fucking weed ass. Let me stop. Come on here, Belly. Hi. Hey, Belly. Hey, come on, Belly. Yes, bendiciones. Yes, honey. How you doing? Hope you are well, Melly. I hope Chicago's treating you well, Melly, honey. Melly, I gotta go out there, girl. I gotta go out there, girl. I gotta go out there, girl. I gotta make money there, girl. People use the Salem witch trials to say black people were killed because they thought black people were witches. No. Mm-mm. No. I can see that being a storyline, but no, you had a lot of white folks that their ancestors were taken out. Alexander McQueen, actually, one of his, he's a lineage of a wannabe witch. No shade, because the real witches were not murdered. I want to keep instilling the real witches were not murdered. If you want to know what happened to the Salem witch trials, you need to watch the TV show Salem. It gives you 80% of the truth. The real witches know how to protect themselves. That'll be like us. Bitch, you think that I don't know how to protect myself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or physically? You think that you could send me attacks and think I'm a fall victim of that? Once again, I'm sober. I live a sober life. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I do know when energy is being sent to me. I do know when my energetic bodies are being attacked, and that's when anxiety come up. Right? Even going into being filling off, and then I just do my stuff to protect myself. But protecting your energy is very important, honey. But anxiety definitely is. People that have anxiety, extreme anxiety like me, we're very empathetic, and that's us, sensing energies and being attacked. So we got to definitely protect our energy at all costs, honey, from person, place, and things, honey. Okay. Oh, honey, listen, y'all. I'm about to go to bed, honey. I can take out. Yeah, I'm about to take a nap, honey. I feel it. Then Prince Charles got cancer. Like, girl, they're listen. The sun is coming through. They were giving up secrets. Yeah, they were giving up secrets, girl. See, that's what happened. So the Europeans got exiled out of Europe and they were stripped from their magic. So then they kept what they knew. And I may be willing to say that some of their helpers taught them. Because history repeats itself. We know that Marie Laveau was also a black witch who taught white people the magic. See, we're not throwing her under the bus. We speaking what is right. Okay, we bringing it all to the light because it's all right. So what happened is the pilgrims had a little bit of magic. They knew how to put together some potions. They knew how to protect themselves and cloak themselves as we're here to help. We're not here to kill you. Now, they did say that the pilgrims brought diseases, right? Because there were energies that were in Europe that were foreign to the indigenous people. Now, I could believe that, but I really think that the magic, I really think that some of the herbs were poisonous that these people are using to cloak themselves, and it was killing off the Indians. But of course, they're not going to tell you that because they don't want to. They don't want you to think that magic is real. Okay, they don't want to talk about that. Girl, like the belladonnas and shit and the nightshades. So what I think actually ended up happening in pennyroyal, that's another thing too, girl. There's a lot of sensitive herbs that can really get a lot of people together, including cause people to have miscarriages and shit. I won't get into that because that's not my business. I don't do that nasty ass type of magic. But I do if I need to. But anyway, let's get into this. I'd rather give life than to take life away. What ended up happening is they were like, well, these people got this type of magic, and I want to know this type of magic. Because it reminds me of Hades, right? When these white folks start going over there to Hades and they start learning how they do voodoo and shit, did you notice that's when these earthquakes started happening? So it's like, these pilgrims was like, I want to know what y'all do. How do you survive? How do you know the stars and the moon depicting the weather? How do you cultivate the land? Because mind you, Europe had different fruits and vegetables than we had over here in America. That's why I don't believe that black folks were brought here. I think that a lot of these black folks that were enslaved were actually from this land. Because you can't tell me somebody from Africa could come to America because it's not the same fucking climate. Bitch, you can kiss my ass that bullshit. It's not the same fucking climate. How the fuck would Africans come from Africa and know the land of America? Especially in the South when these places, girl, listen, let me not get into that. Because even going into the soil of the South is very different from the soil of Africa. So y'all need to make these stories make sense. Okay? It doesn't even make sense to me. So they learned the secrets by asking these indigenous people, well, how do you know this and how do you know that? And every state have their own system, right? We don't have the same storms, we don't have the same weather. And so they taught them how we know the rain is coming. We're going to look at the rock. How we know the rain is coming, we look at the trees. How we know this is coming. So they're teaching these secrets. And guess what these motherfuckers did? They had a vision. See, they don't call them colonized, but they had a vision. They said, well, we were exiled. We're going to turn this place into a place for our people. They learned the secret and they used it against them. And it got them together. And then they also was eating them because they thought that they were going to get their magic and their energy because the indigenous people are very smart people. Okay. And that's why they even try to make links between the Mayans in Mexico to the Egyptians of Egypt. Right. Intelligent is intelligence. Unfortunately, Europeans, were not that intelligent. In my opinion, there's still structures that are off. That's why a lot of inventions were invented by indigenous people. And then they, European people get credit for it. Like I said, I'm not going to get into that because I get into race war. But I'm even willing to say this as well. Men are also infants in their learning. People that have the structure of a male's mind, masculine energy, right? And we're talking about still the brain. They're also infantile when it comes to things, learning things, understanding things. And this is why men don't see things the same way as women do. And I've learned that. I'm not going to fight with a man. If a man see things one way, I'm going to have a dialogue. If he still don't see it, we're going to be done. Because, bitch, I'm not going to convince you how my brain is working. You're not going to convince me how your brain is working. But they sometimes, men have to go through shit to learn shit, while women could actually witness shit and say they're never going to do it. But anyway, so that's what happened, honey. They got them right together. And, it's unfortunate. But see, blood is upon them. And that's why a lot of fucked up shit is happening to these people because they did some fucked up ass shit. And the same thing with you other folks, you getting yourself tied up in the shit because you out here, murdering people because they trans and shit. It's like, girl, you don't have the power to give life or to take life. Can we talk about it right now? You don't have that ability. Okay, you have the ability, and it reminds me that the spirit that is over death is actually Satan. Satan is actually over death. Can we talk about it? God gave Satan the power of death. That's why I love when people say someone died and they automatically go to heaven. That's not true. It depends on the type of death you have. Death and destruction belongs to the motherfucking devil. Can we talk about it right now? Because see, I'm ready to pull out some Bible scriptures before I motherfucking go right now. Let's pull up in our Bible gate. Can we talk about it? Honey, can we pull open our Bible gate before we go? Hold on. Hold on. Because we were talking about this a couple of days ago, honey. You know, the Prince of Air. The Prince of Air. Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Okay. You ready? Okay, let me see. Where's the king? Girl. So why is it? Okay, here we go. Let me see. No, it's Hebrews 2, verse 13 to 15. Let's get into it, shall we? No, wait, hold on. I'm putting this in wrong. You gotta be PG, honey. Okay. Hebrew, grab your Bible, King James Version, Hebrews 2, verse 13 to 15. And it says right here that, and again, I will put my trust in him. And again, behold, I am the children which God hath given me. Behold, I am the children which God hath given me. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that hath the power of death, that is the devil. The devil hath the power over death. Now, he does not have the keys to death, which means he cannot control what happens to you after death, but definitely when you're dying, he could definitely cause the process of your death. He could definitely make it to where you're supposed to live to be 100, but you die at 34. Can we talk about it? And then going into, and delivered them who through the fear of death were all their lifetime subjected to bondage. So now they're going into breaking up your fear of death, right? And you thought about this for the rest of your life and it bonded you. You were in such fear of death. That's why the Bible says, do not fear death. Do not live in fear. Because you're ultimately giving the devil the power over your death. When you fear death, you die of like weird ass circumstances, honey. If you want to live a long life, you cannot be afraid of death. You want to live a long, prosperous, healthy life, you cannot be afraid of death. The devil feeds off of fear. And he also uses fear to manipulate things. And so it's very interesting to know that the devil have power over death. Okay. So yes, honey, Lady K. How you doing, Lady K? Hope you are well. Yes, honey, Lady K, Lady K. Yes, honey. Started working with Polk and it works with certain things and people and others it don't. I know that's right, honey. Melly, listen, Melly, send me an email. Let's talk more about it. Exactly. This climate is too different. It is. Yes. Listen, Melly, get me caught up on you working with Polk, honey. Hello. I think that all of the BS the Euro witches did is affected the entire US now. Let me not talk bad on any Euro witches either, because I might be a descendant of you. You said it, but once again, we talk about repentance, right? Repentance is not only a spiritual thing, right? or in the sense of religion, right? It is a word, right? And it is a process of something, right? Releasing, kind of like cleansing yourself from past experiences and vowing to never do it again, right? You may come across it again, but you are saying you're vowing that you will not consciously grab onto that and live in that. So a lot of us are descendants of, um, evil Europeans, right? European people. A lot of us are descendants of evil Black people. Because, bitch, I'm not taking back what I said neither. In 19 motherfucking 50s and 60s, you had Black people like Al Sharpton allegedly turning in y'all asses. When the white people didn't know where to, girl, come on now. You had your own village and city. How the sudden did the white cop just know that Black folks was gonna have a shig down there near the river? Bitch, because you have Black people telling on y'all asses. That's how. Bitch. So either way, I think that a lot of us we repented. I think a lot of our ancestors sacrificed. They did cleansing, and that's why I was talking about in the blood of my ancestors. And when I'm praying for something I really, really want, I say in the blood of my ancestors, because baby, you don't know what type of workings your ancestors did to make sure that you were protected. Because see, what they try to do is they have you out here thinking that these descendants of people, the Fields and all that good shit, because we don't know the Sandra Blaines. We don't know what type of ancestors they had like that. I mean, we could tap into it, but we don't know. Maybe they shady ass motherfucking great granddaddy was help human trafficking these young Black women in the 50s and 60s and selling them to the white man. Prostituting these young ass Black girls. Like, you don't know. So they want us to think that that's all of our reality, that the police don't like no Black people, that all Black people are oppressed, that all Black people can't, that all Black people, they want you to think that. But for me, I know what my ancestors did. I know what my ancestors did. Just like you don't know what your ancestors did to clean that blood, to repent. You don't know what your ancestors did to clean that blood to where you don't have that karma. Because said your children will be cursed. The actions you do, your children will suffer from that. Your descendants will suffer from that. So that's, I'm like, I believe I am saved by the grace. I believe I am saved by the blood of my ancestors to be able to walk in the life that I walk in and be protected on all realms and all spaces and all areas. And so that's why I don't let other people's story dictate my life. Because I was once a part of that. People saying, well, you're this and that. That's your story, not mine. I know my ancestors did to make sure I was going to be good. I know my ancestors did, and I stepped into my place of power. Because a lot of you've had bad experiences. You've been locked up. You've been induced into being a drug addict. You've been reduced to being a drug addict. You've had these bad experiences because you have not stepped into your place of power. And it's not about your ancestors being fucked up as people. You're getting that karma. No, it's the opposite effect. Your ancestors did a lot of repentance. They did a lot of cleansing work. They changed a lot of their habits. Okay. And a lot of them were slammed for it to make sure that you were able to have this opportunity that you have now to be free. And of course, to say you're not free, but we're talking about in the mind. We're talking about in the mind, because the flesh ain't free as long as it's here. You're locked down in the flesh as long as you're here, which is under rulership of the natural laws. But supernaturally, you are fucking free. So you only are what you think you are. You think you're Black. You think you're struggling. You think you're not worthy of respect from your white counterpart. That's what you're going to experience. If you think that you are whoever you are and you deserve respect and you're going to get respected, that's what you're going to experience. And like I said, we can call it luck, we call it whatever. But all the things I've experienced to this point, other people got told no. Why did I get taken? What was my guess? Can we talk about it? What was my guess? Even so, people are like, oh, you must be an ass kisser. This bitch must be a sellout. Oh, this bitch must have paid her way. Oh, why they like her? Oh, she must be sucking their dick. Oh, she must be getting fucked. She must, like, girl, what? And you got this pretty old thing over here that's 5'5", small body, small frame, cute ass face, and she's not getting it. So you think they would pick me over that? If it was really coming down to getting fucked and getting sucked, you a motherfucking lie. It's about being respected. It's about demanding respect and getting it. And a lot of you don't demand it, and that's why you don't get it. You don't demand respect. And that's why you get treated the way you get treated. It's not a race thing. It's not a sex thing. It's not a gender thing. It's a respect thing. You don't demand respect, so they don't give it to you. A lot of you don't demand respect, especially a certain race of people. You don't demand it, so they don't give it to you. And how you demand respect is respect your own people. How about that? Respect yourself first. Respect your yoni. Respect your penis first. And then respect your people. And then people say, oh, these people are demanding respect. But until then, bitch, you're not going to get your respect, girl. You're going to have laws being passed that's not going to affect you. You're going to have things that you think we're going to petition. We're going to do these marches, and you ain't still going to get shit. Because the respect ain't there. You're not demanding respect that way. Baby, I'll argue with your ass until I turn fucking blue. Okay? So anyway, that's it. Okay. That's it, honey. You know, the blood, it's all in the blood. A lot of things are going on in America due to some bad teas, but that don't have to be your reality. Everybody didn't survive, but someone did. Can we talk about it? Everybody ain't getting affected by the changes of this plane. Some people have to maintain. And I think I'm one of the people that are maintaining. Can we talk about it? Hello? Yeah, let's talk about it, honey. So we're the Spaniard immigrant, which is okay. Wait, we can't get into that. I gotta go. Jay, yeah, we're going into 1 o'clock, and I've been here since 10 o'clock, I believe. How long I've been here for? 3 hours, motherfucker. I gotta go. Anyway, we'll save that, Jay. Okay, we'll save that for the next time. Okay. 7 ways to be virtuous. Hey, girl. How you doing? 7 ways to be virtuous, honey. Yes, honey. Love the picture. Yes, honey. Blonde and royal blue. You know I love royal blue. Baby, my pillowcase is royal blue right now. I'm laying on the seats on the throne of the king right now. Hello? Can we talk about it? But anyway, y'all, I will definitely be back in a couple of days. And I hope y'all are well. Stay positive, okay? And my throat is getting a little dry now, but that was a lot of talking. I'm trying to hold my fast until 2 o'clock. Ooh, you think I could do it? I think I could do it, girl. I think if I take me a nap right now, I could do it. Damn! It's too late to take a fucking nap, though. Fuck. I'm about to just make this a short day for me, girl. Come back and relax, honey, sooner. Okay. Love ya. Yes, honey. Come on, Virtuous, honey. Love you as well, Virtue. Yes, honey. I'm from Stockton, too. I know that's right, girl, from Stockton, too. What part of Stockton are you from, 7 Virtues? Yes, girl. Yes, what part of Stockton, girl? What part of Stockton? Hey. What part of Stockton, girl? Ow. What part of Stockton, girl? A lot of people owe me money in Stockton, girl. We ain't gonna say no names, girl. A lot of people owe a bitch some money. Okay. A lot of people owe that bitch some money on her. I don't want to go over some money. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, wait. A lot of people. Wait a minute. Let's call a spade a spade. A lot of people owe me some money like that too. See, but one thing about me, 2 things for sure, baby. I had to get the fuck up out of there because, baby, it was like this, that, daddy wet. I remember that somebody came to me and told me that they owed me an IOU. Like, bitch, you owe me a motherfucker. Bitch, how the fuck you gonna book an appointment with me and say that you owe me motherfucking money, girl? Like, the fuck out of here. Girl. Anyway, listen, y'all. I'm gonna go, y'all. Love and light. Stay positive, y'all. Stay good. Girl, the weather is very good right now. North side. Yes, honey. North side. Yes, girl. North side. Yes, girl. North side is beautiful, girl. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, not Kelly. Oh, girl, not Kelly. Yes, honey. Yes, Kelly does eventually turn into Quo Lakes, huh? Plymouth Road. Yes. I was like, wait, Kelly? No. Yes, girl. So listen. Yes, Kelly, girl. Listen. Hell no. Listen, baby. Kelly is girl. Now I think they cleaned Kelly up like my last years in Stockton. They cleaned it up. Quo Lakes is beautiful, honey. One of my banks was actually in Quo Lakes. I love Quo Lakes, honey. Very nice there, honey. Very, Quo Lakes is nice. Yes, honey. Went to Creekside and Bear Creek. Ow! Wait a minute. Girl, wait a minute. So they were, wait a minute. So from the north side, they were pumping you way to the south side too? Because Creekside is on the south side, right? And you went to Bear Creek High, girl. See, yes, girl, we love Bear Creek. I never went to Bear Creek. Okay, my siblings and cousins did though. Bear Creek, honey. Yeah, we didn't. I didn't go to Bear Creek, honey. I went to Lincoln though. Yes, honey. Hello. Yes, honey. Shout out to Lincoln, Link. Can we talk about it? Yes, honey. Bancroft kids, we didn't mess with. Oh, girl. Across Hammer, honey. Right. You had Kelly on the south part of Hammer. Then you cross over Hammer and you have Bancroft there. Girl, and you know Bancroft still look trashy. And they really trying to buy that up and make it clean. Like my last year in 2020, they were trying to like clean it up. I was seeing the little progress, but girl, it was a little ran down. And I was even thinking this too. I think I saw like 2 or 3 cars that needed to be repaired. Girl, and they were like literally like just girl for weeks on end by that little preschool. Right there, there's an apartment, a gated apartment right there. What is that? Hammer and Kelly, right? You know what I'm saying? Right when you get across Hammer. There's a little parking center. Now I think there's a Dollar Tree in there. There's Alberto, Albertino's, I believe, is there. Then you have Tandoori Nights. And then there was an apartment complex right behind that parking lot. There's like a preschool or something right there. And then there was cars parked there for hella long on bricks and shit. And I was like, girl, my last months or years in Stockton, I lived in Brookside. Yeah. My last months there, I was in Brookside, honey. And girl, it was very nice. Where I live at now, yeah, girl, you don't see busted cars. You don't see girl, yeah, I listen. Where I'm at now, I love it. It's beautiful, it's beautiful, honey. You do, see some little buckets, but the people, have another car. But yeah, very interesting, honey. We used to have family we lived and then moved out our house in Quail Lakes. Yes, honey. Ooh, Quail Lakes is beautiful, honey. I miss Cali so much, Jay. Right, right, right. Yes, so scared. I don't know where that is. Yes, girl. Yes, honey. Right. Come on, girl. Yes, Brookside, girl. I was there for 2.5 years. Baby, listen. Girl, girl, like, and I didn't, the crazy thing too, I didn't shop in Stockton when I lived in Brookside. I went to Lodi. I did all my shopping in Lodi because, bitch, right there, you get right there on the I-5, and bitch, you just go up there. And it was the same distance anyway. It was the same distance to go to Walmart in Lodi than to go to Walmart on Hammer. It was the same fucking distance. And I want to say, too, I would go to Target and stuff in Lathrop. Yeah, I would do Target and Lathrop, Manteca. But I was like, girl, I knew, that's how I knew I was leaving out of sight. I was like, girl, I don't miss nothing in Stockton. Family and friends, yes. But me living there and seeing the people, I didn't like it. Another thing I don't like out there is the cops. Baby, listen, I got a ticket that was thrown out, and I don't give a fuck that it was thrown out. It's the fact that I got the ticket, and they wanted me to fight the shit, and I have to go through all that. I have to do a indictus verecunum, all that good shit when you're fighting a ticket. There's a whole letter that you do. And so either way, honey, I was taking my phone at a light. Mind you, this is dumb as shit because where I live at now, I'm still in California, but I'm in Southern California. Baby, you can have the phone, you could be at a light and move the phone and the cops don't trip. There, bitch, they gave me a ticket because I was at a light and I touched my phone, pulled me over. You cannot have your phone in your hand. But I was taking, well, yeah, but your car was in drive. No, it wasn't. I was stopped at a light. Yeah, but you were not parked. If you're in park, you could touch it, but you were at a light stopped, and that means your car is still going. You can have the phone in your hand. Gave me a ticket, bitch. I was so mad about that. I had to fight that shit. I was just like, girl, that was just a lot with a lot. And then they were like, well, you could just go ahead and pay us the fuck out of here. I'm not paying a motherfucking thing. I fought that shit. And they be sneaking too. They hit you up a year later. I got that ticket in 2019. They tried to hit me up in 2020. I said, baby, why was the court date a year later? A fucking fool, honey. Yes, I went to Washington School in Lodi too. It was just too much out in Stockton. Especially for yes, I just pray and keep it moving. The Popo's crazy, they abused my disabled cousin. And you know what too? Yeah, I was telling that to people. Stockton didn't like the transgendered or the gays. Like Stockton have even a lot of gay people that pretend like they're not even gay. Like they had a lot of gay people, and when I talk about trans, because that's a whole nother, story to think that you're a woman and live as a woman, as I did. But we're talking about gay men. Like I know gay men that literally was gay, very feminine and flamboyant, but they attacked other gay people, and they would call gay people faggots and shit. Like one of them in particular would get dressed. He would dress as a woman and all that. And girl, when it came down to gay people, he was always throwing them under the bus. And so I'm just like, they were really, yeah, they didn't really like gay people out there like that. I'm surprised they have a gay center now. Yeah, a gay pride center. I'm surprised because, girl, they didn't say it. Growing up, I was bullied for being different. Growing up, I was disrespected. Thank God I had cousins and brothers and shit that was fighting people. They got suspended. Like, girl, it was this, they were not nice to masculine women and feminine boys in Stockton, honey. But then, of course, there's a lot of DL people there too. Because that was the stomping ground too. When I had my celebrity clients go, they were passing through and they stopped on to get some of this tranny. But girl, and a lot of people from Stockton too are connected to Hollywood, which is so crazy. I won't get too deep into that. Even one of the people from Stockton is actually a famous person that's connected to Hollywood. But anyway, I won't get into that. But yeah, honey, as an escort, I had so much, but I'm like, girl, it's a lot. You have to really play that role out there. You have to really play that cunt role. Like, girl, I didn't want nobody knowing the tea. I was very stealth. People tried to expose it. That's the reason I relocated too, because I was like, I want to go somewhere where nobody knows the tea and I could be myself. And that's where I'm at. Like nobody knows the tea. I don't have to say, this is my experience on here, or even on my other stuff I get on. I can like do it, but in real life, like no, girl, there's no discussions about trans anything. Like, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, girl. There though, people knew me, so it was like, I remember you when you were in diapers, or they knew family members, and family members would tell them shit, and it's just like, girl, ooh, girl, I gotta get up out of here, girl. I gotta go where there's nobody. Okay. Right. Ridiculous. Yes, girl. The only queen that respect me is the black dude at Starbucks. Right. He always cool, girl. I live in Turlock now. I only go there to grab food. Right. Listen. That's one thing, girl. Wait a minute. There's no food like Stockton food, girl. I don't care what nobody say. There's no food like Stockton food. That food is good. I'm telling you, it's good. You said the Starbucks on 8 Mile. I might know who you're talking about. That might be the guy who does readings. There's one of these black queens who tried to give me a reading, honey. Not a reading like bitch miss thing, but he was like, I connect with the spirits. And he's like, something tell me that you're it was weird. And he was using the power of seduction to read me too. And I didn't like that. So he was like, here's my number. And I was like, girl, it didn't happen. So it might be this guy. He's tall, he's brown skin, he's in shape. And yeah, he was cool. But 8 Mile, I know what Starbucks you talk about. I know what Starbucks you talk about on 8 Mile. I know exactly what Starbucks you're talking about. With the little try thing. Right? The little try thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, 8 Mile. Wait, let me see. 8 Mile. No, 8 Mile went from east to west. I'm thinking of Pacific. I'm thinking of Thornton, Starbucks. Yes, honey. Yes, trade would always stare at me. Right. Black men don't pay the escorts. They barely pay child support. Right. Girl, what? Girl. Listen. I don't escort them. I have not escorted since 2018. Let me tell you something. I met some girls on this other app I'm on, and they're like in Sacramento. They're in Oakland. And they swear up and down that these black men be bringing them money, money, money. And I'm like, baby, there's no cut-ins. There's no shade to this in any way, shape, or form. There are girls that are gorgeous, very passable, that you can't even tell the tea. and the black men are not paying them. Why would they pay you? And then I always think about it too, like they don't even pay child support like that. Why the fuck would they, girl? So I know they be lying because girl, everybody say, girl, there were even Reddits dedicated to not seeing black men. There are Reddits of girls saying don't see black clients. And I'm like, it's no shade with it. But I was one of those girls too, like, no, ma'am. Like, baby, and then the chance of them robbing you was very high. The chance of them trying to get over on you was very high. I remember I had one I did see when I actually was in Modesto. And the motherfucker was all like, how much? 120? He get there with $80. Talk about he had to pay $20 for gas and he had to pay $20 for his diapers for the baby. Baby, I took that money and I said, yeah, baby, it's 120. And then, yeah, there was nothing, girl. Bitch, 80, thank you for the money. But baby, no, I need my 120. Figure that out. You get it, you call me back. Okay, baby, thank you. Bye. Sure did. Fuck out of here. Okay. Yes, you smart and made a smart move for sure. Right. Thank you, honey. Come on in here. I only went out there 2 times. He tried to flirt with nose ring. I think he got. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is him. I feel like this is him, girl. Like I feel like this is him. Like I'm just like I feel like it. Because I know he worked at Starbucks and he had a friend who worked at a spiritual place who was a gay Asian guy. And then literally, yeah, the guy was like, and I think the Asian guy told him about me because we would always go to the spiritual place, my friend and I. And then, yeah, so I think he must say, oh, there's a trans woman, blah, 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 blah. And just so happened, I'm at the health food place on Pacific and he's in there and he's like, wow. And, hey, how are you? And yeah, good. And he's like, can I ask you something? And then he just started going in. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, kind of rubbed me wrong. And then they said he worked at Starbucks, but I think he worked at the one on Thornton Road. But who knows? He could have moved up to the 8 Mile one. I've not seen him since when was that? Was that 2019, 2020? Yeah, when I went to go, someone gave me a pretty exotic, anyway, I won't get into that. I went to the coin place. Hello. Trey Death has staring problems. Right. Black men rob you. Don't do it unless he's rich. Right. And educated. Baby, I've seen doctors, I've seen lawyers, I've seen football players. Yeah. If you're an average Joe black man, I really won't see you, honey. And there's no shade with that. I really would not see you. If you did, yeah. If you call my phone, yo, what's up? Can I click? And then sometimes they'll call that phone and try to change voice. Hello, yeah, this is Robert. I'm calling to see if I can book an appointment on. And I'm like, baby, why are you sounding like Carlton? And they're like, what do you mean Carlton? And then that's when it slips out. What do you mean Carlton? Yeah, baby, I don't see you. Is there a problem? Yeah, there's a problem. Because y'all always trying this shit. I'm not taking that chance, bruh. The fuck? No. Blonde hair, dark brown skin, Trinity Parkway. You know what? This has to be him. I think they moved him there because Trinity Parkway and Lodi was my stomping grounds my last 4 years of being in Stockton. Like I literally would not be in Stockton because there was always something going on at the Walmarts, at the McDonald's, it was always something going on. Lodi was a little more white and classy. Trinity Parkway, same thing. The ghetto people make their way out there. Girl, ghetto people do that. Ghetto people make their way out there, but girl, no shade, girl. I remember I was walking my dog at the park over there, girl, in Spanos, and girl, I just started hearing some loud ass ghetto music coming around the corner. They came and parked in that park. Girl, they were smoking hella weed. I said, bitch, I gotta go. Anyway, I think it's this guy. Next time you go, ask him, is he into spirit, like tarot cards and stuff? Because I think it's him. I think it's him, honey. Yes. Well, during this time, he had to be like 23, 24, young. Like I said, very nice skin. Honey, I almost wanted to lick him. But that energy of seducing and giving a reading was a little too much for me. Because I'm like, okay, if I'm opening up to you and saying, damn, you looking real good. Then you're like, oh, yeah. And then you're getting into that little seduction. See, okay. But he literally was like on me and then trying to tell me you're Leo. And I'm like, well, you kind of got it right because I do, I have a lot of ones in my energy. I'm a boss bitch. So he did have that right. But he was like, I tell because you got Leo, you got lions on your feet, and I had my Versace tees. I was just like, girl. I was like, yeah, girl. And then he just kept doing it. Then he was talking about, oh my God, he was a masseuse too. He loved giving foot massages and he worked at Starbucks. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Ask him. But listen, y'all, I'm gonna go back, okay? I'm gonna relax myself, girl. Recover. This 3 hour presentation. Recover, honey. Walk around right now. And I'll definitely come back in a couple of days. And we'll talk about some other stuff. Okay, y'all. It's good seeing y'all all. Okay. Take care, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Listen, he definitely had a foot fetish too. That was the crazy thing too. I picked that up when he was like looking at the feet straight up, and he's like, "Yeah, you have lines on your feet, so I know you're a Leo." And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm a massage therapist, but I love feet. I love doing reflexology." And I was like, "Well, I like my feet touched on and stuff too, baby, but baby, you trying to seduce me? Seduces me." I know that. Okay, yes. See you soon. 7 ways to be virtuous. Yes, honey. It's good seeing all y'all. Okay, y'all. It's been a while, but you'll see me again. Okay. Love and light. Bye for now.